And welcome back to episode 218 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my point man and co host, you perping today, Malcolm Dual Sport Fan Base King. This motherfucker got on the Eagles hat and a Lakers shirt. What the fuck is going on?
Mm-hmm.
He said he can't lose if he rep both of them. Shit.
Hey, well, we're going to get into it.
We got my guys with me. I got my guy CT Ski in the build. My guy Coach Mike. What's happening?
Oh, shit.
What he testing? What he testing? What he got?
Good week of sports, man. Good week of sports, man.
What is that?
He put that make you want to shout on.
Man.
You know what?
He came with the
I do want to do a heavenly RIP to whatever Bills fan got shot in Miami after that game or at that game.
Yeah. Bills fan got shot at the game? They died?
I sent Mike an article. Earlier. Yeah, a Bills fan got killed after that.
That is crazy.
Parking lot. I said, man.
God bless, man.
I don't even know where we start. We've been out for where do we even jump? Where do we even start with? It's been so long.
How about we talk about the team that is, went from 6-6 to running the fucking table and winning their division. How about we talk about those guys?
Okay.
You know what? It's funny that you say that too, because I think he said something about.
I did
in the beginning of the
when they were 6-6. I'm like, it's cool. All we have to do is
beat the
win
Dolphins,
the last two games, and we'll win the division.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened? We won like the last 4.
Your brother beat us.
Shit, they better. They better. He said, "You better beat them. You better."
And so, with that, let's check the Bills' journey here, shall we? Let's go down a little memory road where the Bills were 6-6 at week 12. Okay, all right.
So
the Bills,
fair enough.
6-6, week 12. Let's see. Beat the Chiefs in Kansas City. Beat the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Beat the Chargers. Beat the Patriots. Beat the Dolphins.
I said that Cowboy was the biggest one.
And should have beat the Eagles. He's
Philly,
say.
They should have beat the
Eagles.
Eagles.
I knew he was going to say
by the officials.
I knew he was about to say that.
Let's be clear. The best team here at the end of the season, when
it's Baltimore Ravens,
is the Buffalo Bills.
It's the Baltimore Ravens.
No,
Baltimore fucking Ravens.
We have owned the Ravens every time we've played them in the playoffs.
That's fine.
No, past experience, but this is a new team.
This isn't the same. Yeah, this isn't the same group of guys. This
Flowers, is a very new team.
I ain't worried about
offensively and defensively.
They just signed Dalvin Cook.
We'll see him in the AFC title game.
And they got Dalvin Cook.
As the 2 seed.
That's a tough
acquisition. Them in the championship game. It's fine.
I like Lamar.
And Lamar been on fire. He about to win the MVP, Mike.
Lamar about to get hurt second game of the playoffs. You watch.
he could, but he's about to win the MVP. I don't think we can't argue.
He'll play this time. He got paid.
He got paid. Guess what?
He earned that fucking
right. He said he ain't sitting out this year.
How often was he hurt this season? He had to
have
missed a game or two.
Not much.
Not often. Not often to be MVP.
You know how many Josh Allen missed in the last 5 years?
How many? But how many interceptions has Josh Allen thrown in the last 5 years? You got to the playoffs.
About that with Brett Favre.
That's true.
So what's the problem?
Yeah, and we did give that comparison. That is a.
Well, Brett Favre would at least thrown the ball to Stephon Diggs more often.
And the big thing is
that's the only person he'd have been targeting, and he'd have still got the same amount of interceptions.
Right. And the big difference between the Bills this year versus the Bills the last 2 or 3 years is what?
Y'all defense is more
healthy. Our defense has always been solid. And even when they've been hurt, they've been solid.
Well, I'm saying right now, who are you missing aside from Matt Milano?
Is Poyer playing?
Yeah, Poyer.
Tre'Davious White.
Oh, White. Okay.
That's a big miss.
Miller.
Okay.
Von Miller is still.
No, Von's back.
Yeah,
he
Von
played. He played last game a little
Von
bit.
Miller's just
He ain't
under a
done
minute.
shit.
He's under a minute's
He ain't done shit, but he touched the field though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they just
I mean,
put him out there to
That's
get a
a
rhythm,
game, Von.
to get the
That's
speed.
like injuries on the defensive side. Like we are down to like our fifth string corner.
Damn.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
So are the Dolphins, though. The Dolphins is banged up.
That's what I was about to say. Jordan Poyer's back and Hyde's back. He was out all last season, and that's making a big difference for y'all defensively. I don't know the other cornerback that you said is the fifth string. I'm not aware of him.
But Tre'Davious White is the other big name.
That's a loss.
Been hurt most of the season.
Yeah, Milano and White are big losses.
I like number 47, Bernard. He's the dog. He been killing this.
Who?
Is that his name? Bernard?
Oh yeah.
Bernard Hopkins?
Yeah. No.
He's a linebacker.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Linebacker?
What's
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know that was
Bernard. Yeah, it's Terrell Bernard. I couldn't remember his first name.
Either way, James Cook's the
and he's
James
number
Cook's
47.
the one
Yeah, he popped off the screen to me last week.
Yeah, James Cook's been doing his thing.
James Cook's the one that's really holding it together, Mike.
Khalil Shakir's been doing his thing.
But when I was asking earlier, I said, "What's the biggest difference between the Bills this year versus the past 3 seasons?"
You meant the run game.
The difference is they have a run game.
They've been playing Lenny.
Yeah, no, you're right. Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, they got Fournette, and he is starting to get more carries.
He looked like he was active. I was about to gamble on him the other day.
I mean, that's why.
About to gamble on him the other day.
That's why you see teams like the Ravens. That's why you see teams like the Ravens picking up a Dalvin Cook and the Bills picking up a Leonard Fournette because you're gonna need that run game in the postseason.
Yep.
So if somebody goes down, you need somebody there that's gonna be able to help out. And the Ravens have historically had issues keeping a healthy running back.
Right.
But next man up mentality.
Since Jamal Lewis, you've had issues with keeping a running back active.
Mm-hmm.
So
McAllister and them, they had some. What was his name?
Gus Edwards.
No, not Gus.
Back in them days, it was Jamal Lewis. CT. I don't know who was after Lewis. He was there for a hot second, I think. I think he was there for like a hot second.
Yeah, I can't think of who was immediately after.
Ray Rice?
Ray Rice was there for a little bit after. Oh, well. But nonetheless, to your point, though, Mike, that is a big improvement, having especially the way he's been playing this year, James
And
Cook,
you guys can talk about Diggs not getting targeted all you want. He's still got over 1,000 yards this season.
Yeah. It's not that he's not getting targeted.
That's because teams cover him, double cover him.
Right.
And it leaves the rest of the squad open. Like Josh does a good job of distributing the ball.
Right.
Like that's what it comes down to. And did you guys see the Davis catch? Or not the Davis, the Diggs catch led to
at
the
5 yard
tip ball.
At the 5 yard line, man. That was a nice. That was concentration. That was the first thing that I said was concentration.
No doubt, because did you see how high that ball went? That ball went above the goalposts.
And they made contact with each other. Not enough for a flag, but they made contact with each other before the ball actually came down into his hands.
And I can't tell you how many times I kept looking to see if that toe came up, but it never did.
You talking about Trent Sherfield?
Sherfield,
yeah. And it's ironic that he got that against the Dolphins coming from them.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's a good storyline.
It was a perfect setup, too. He watched it all the way through. As soon as it bounced off his hand, I seen his head up in the air. I said, oh, shit. Beautiful catch.
Now, what I didn't like about that game was that we didn't do a great job of getting the run game going. Like Cook got shut down a little bit in that.
No, he did, but I mean that's to be expected with Miami. So Miami gets back there,
but it reopened up our best running back period. So Because Josh ended up scrambling
he did a little bit
4 or 5 times for first down.
Yeah, he did a little bit.
And he had that one where it ended up being like, it was what, 3rd and 13, and he got the first and plowed through 2 people at the end to get it.
I don't know if I'm remembering. It's not coming to me.
He had I want to say it was 3 scrambles for first downs, and one of them was like a 14, 15
Yeah, he was
yard
running
run.
that motherfucking ball. He was running the hell out of
I know exactly what you're talking about now. I do know exactly what you're talking about now.
Where he literally broke like 3 or 4 tackles to get the first down.
Right, but they weren't, the defenders weren't.
He shook a D lineman first.
Yeah, the defenders
and then
weren't
he made
set.
A linebacker miss, and then it was
he ran through the last DBs. 2 DBs. Yeah. They weren't set though. I don't.
You can defend it all you want. He's a quarterback.
Right, and that's probably what they were thinking. Like, we're not going to break down for this tackle, and he ran right into the. I mean, you should know that with Josh Allen, though. You shouldn't. Every hit should be if he doesn't slide, that's on you, bruh. I'm lining you up. I'm lining you up like anybody else out here, running back, anybody. They don't make anybody pay. I was thinking watching football last week, all of the plays that just get blown dead from being stand-ups.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like that's a play now. Just stop moving and they'll blow it dead. That wasn't a thing back in the day. They had to hit the ground.
They let him push the power a lot too now, though.
Yeah.
And that's fine to me. I don't really give a fuck about the pushing the power. I just don't
come in grabbing it, running back, I'm just pulling him. I'm like, this is.
I don't like plays where the receiver, the running back, is just standing straight up and they blow it dead. Yeah. Put that fucking man down. Put him down.
Make him regret that decision.
You know what I'm saying? Like, put him down. Pick him up and put him down if you have to. But don't let them just blow it dead from him standing still.
So I do want to circle back to the other comment around like Diggs. Diggs still leads the receivers in touchdowns. He still has 1,100 plus receiving yards. And the thing that I love looking at kind of their receiving core, they've had 10 different people catch balls for touchdowns.
Well, see, I guess that's what I don't understand, because the Cowboys have more options than you guys probably do offensively, or at least better ones at wide receiver. Dak's not the greatest quarterback, but he can get CD his yards and the other guys.
That can throw a ball.
He's getting doubled.
Yeah, CD's getting tripled, Mike. Double. I mean, he's.
Well, let's pull it up. Let's do a side by side.
He's probably the one or shit. I wouldn't.
Shit, AJ Brown ended with 1,400, and we know he's been guarded.
Wasn't getting the ball,
right?
And you're right.
They went to Devontae Moore, in my opinion. Not really though, because he did have 25 more receptions than Devontae had. But
so only 8 guys for Dallas have receiving touchdowns versus the 10 for Buffalo. And you're right. CD has 12 versus Stefan's 8. Right. So he's got 4 more.
And CD's a fucking, I mean.
And the Bills also, let's see. Bills also have one more loss than the Cowboys do. Which you could throw 2 of those TDs because of the differential there.
No, I definitely give you that.
So it's not as far, like it's not that far off is what I'm saying. And we all know that the NFC sucks. So
now the issue is that
the NFC sucks.
No, I agree. That's why I said the Bills definitely had the harder go of things than Dallas did. But I think the Bills' issue is until they started getting Shakir going, they didn't have the second man, the quick second man, I should say, because Gabe Davis was a second man, but he's too big. He's for too many yards. Right, you need somebody quick off the ball to be able to take some of that away. Because when you got 2 receivers going deep,
yes and no. What they tried to do and where they struggled was they wanted to run that 21 personnel, and one of the 2 tight ends was hurt all season.
Mm-hmm.
So that's their other option is they wanted it to be Knox and Kincaid, and Knox was hurt for half the season.
Yeah, Knox was the hurt one.
Yeah, Kincaid came alive.
He started to come alive,
right. But he was hurt for a bit too, though, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah, he was not long, but I think he missed like 2 games or so.
Yeah, so that's where I'm like,
he only had 2 receptions in that last game, but they were pretty like
were
needed,
big.
right?
Yeah.
You needed
And
those.
the other option that has come alive here in terms of your quick receiver, and that I love the schemes and stuff they're running with them because they actually do look a little bit like what Miami does, is Cook out of the backfield.
Yeah, he's been getting some receptions.
Like there are some where like they are timing up the motion and him breaking into a route like so well, and he's wide flipping open.
Yeah,
I went away
because
from
he's
Murray.
already
Murray
got
don't
some.
get no clock no more.
who?
Murray was hurt the last 2 weeks.
Latavius Murray.
I mean, even when he's in, the motherfucker's only good for the 3rd and 2. You know what I'm saying? Like,
which is
He
why
was
they
great
went
on the
and got
Raiders.
Fournette.
He was looking good on the Bills too, catching out the backfield.
But I mean, that was a good win. That was a good win. It was sloppy on both sides as far as the ball.
It was, but you kind of expect that with a divisional rivalry game with so much on the line,
right?
Like, because
Yeah,
that
those
was the
games were
difference. That game, like the way they kept bringing up the graphic, that was the difference between the 2nd seed or the number 2 seed and the number 6 seed.
Right.
And you could tell Miami missed like Mostert and Waddle, like Chubb.
Oh yeah.
You know, Chubb's he's hurt. I think number
Jordan
43,
Phillips.
Van, the other linebacker, got hurt.
Yep.
You know?
They had some injuries. Like I'm not gonna deny that, but so did the
Van
Bills.
Winkle.
So.
I think what's his name got carted off. 25 Howard.
Davis
Xavier
got
Howard
carted off after the 2nd series.
Got carted off. Like they looking beat. They looking beat up right now.
Yeah, that's a.
I don't see them making it out of Kansas City.
Worst time. And in Kansas City too.
It's supposed to be like 0 degrees.
And it's supposed to be like 3 degrees.
Good luck.
I don't know though, man. I really don't know.
Yeah, Kansas City been fucking up.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Taylor Swift curse
this
right
is
now.
When they come alive.
And you got to think a lot of Kansas City.
Taylor Swift.
A lot of Kansas City success last year.
Mahomes ain't with Taylor Swift.
A lot of Kansas City success last year, especially postseason, was the Travis Kelce, who's been non-existent lately.
Non-existent.
So a lot of those plays don't get made without him. I don't know. Like, I mean, the Dolphins are banged up, but I feel like the powers that be kind of have to let Kansas win it.
I like Kansas City.
Just based off
they're in Arrowhead, right?
And based off of who's available. Right. It's going to be a much more entertaining game with Patty Mahomes passing this round.
What they want to see is they're setting up the Bills Kansas City rematch in the AFC. With the Ravens being the wild card there.
Well, that's the thing. Honestly, who knocks them out?
Any one of those three, the Bills, Kansas City, the Ravens, like any combination of those three is going to be a good game.
I agree. I would say I would rather see the Bills or the Ravens this year over Kansas City.
I mean, I'm with you. And honestly, I want to see this Bills-Ravens match because we haven't seen it.
Houston going to sneak in.
Right. We haven't seen it since, 2019?
Right.
When y'all beat him, go to that overtime game with Kansas City back and forth.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Should have won. Let them score with 13 seconds.
13 seconds left. Don't get me started, man. Like that's like it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. There were, I want to say it was 15 seconds on the clock before halftime, and the ball was at midfield, and McDermott decided to take a knee, and I'm like, you of all motherfuckers.
But shit, look at what happened. Look at what happened this last game. They had the touchdown in the bag. And didn't give themselves enough time spiking the ball off the first down.
True. But at that point, like, I'm okay with that one. I really was, because they were being aggressive.
Right.
And if the clock runs out while you're being aggressive, right, I'm not going to be
as
upset.
Opposed to just kneeing it. I understand what you're saying. That makes sense. Mm-hmm.
So I'll take the shot, like, because he only got stopped by half a yard.
Right.
It wasn't like he was well short. Like,
right.
He got stopped a yard short.
Right. I would need not even a yard short. That was the extension of an arm.
Right.
To get that motherfucker. But it was a good game, though.
It was.
Moving on. I don't know where to go. I mean, we might as well get on Monk's Eagles here.
Whoa.
The same thing I've been saying.
So you want to talk about the Bills being the hottest team in the back half of the
Yeah,
season?
that kind of.
We want to talk about the antithesis of that.
The 1-5
with the Eagles.
The role reversal.
There's nothing going on that I haven't been saying, that we haven't been saying. You don't have a game plan. You go into each game just playing, and they've been banged up too. I mean, Mike, you can say your team's been banged up, but I mean, our injuries, I would say, are a little bit more significant on my team. There's no excuse, but that doesn't help when you're already playing like shit. So at the end of the day, everything that could go wrong is going wrong for them. And that's a lot of it is their fault. Yeah, there's things you can't control, again, like injuries, but a lot of it's their fault. And I seen that the Panthers are supposed to interview our offensive coordinator, Brian Johnson, after the season
coaching
for the head coaching position.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
If y'all think that's great, then so be it. But they're going to have a quick trip on vacation against the Buccaneers if they don't figure it out by then, because they're not going to have a choice. And the Buccaneers, and like I've been saying, Baker and them boys are playing good ball lately. That's not going to be.
They look bad.
They didn't look the greatest last week, but at the end of the day,
it wasn't
you're
a cause
playing
for concern.
It wasn't a cause for concern.
Not in my opinion, at least.
You don't get in.
Right, but I mean, at the same time, like I said, listen, Marcus Mariota threw a better game against the Giants than Jalen Hurts did. That's a problem.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem, and it's not a problem because we don't know that Jalen Hurts isn't capable of being great. It's a problem because we know that whoever is sending the plays into his helmet is not doing their fucking job.
And also like his decision making is not the best too. Like that
can't be the problem.
He usually talks to talk and walks to walk, but I feel like he's talking like he's saying all the right things, but you're not reflecting that on the field. Like, and neither is your team. Like,
I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is.
After I said one episode, I was like, "What do they do great? Like
what do the Eagles do great?
Yeah, like
win early in the season."
I don't think that. I mean, I don't think that anything is done great so much as there are very little holes on the depth chart. Like, without a game plan, even though you have all those good players at each position, it doesn't help.
Right.
It just doesn't help if you don't know what to do with them. But
exactly,
we've been saying all season, the Eagles coaching staff is just saying, go out there and be Jalen Hurts. Go out there and be A.J. Brown. Go out there and be Devontae Smith. And you can't do that. This isn't backyard football.
Sure. I'm about to say them fades ain't working. Just go out there and
it's just not backyard football. You can't do that. You can't do it.
Yeah, there's no effective game plan. The decision making's not right. There's poor tackling. Of course, like I said, guys are naturally getting banged up, but it's just all bad. I mean, as a whole, it's terrible. I don't expect us. I honestly wouldn't be surprised losing to Tampa Bay at this point because, like I said, they're a good team.
Yeah, it looks tough right now.
There's no way y'all can lose to Tampa in the first round.
I mean, we shouldn't, but we said that the past 5 games.
Shouldn't is the thing. I don't know. Are you saying that CT is in like there's no way as in it doesn't happen, or no way like it shouldn't take place? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It's just like after all the talks and stuff, like I don't know.
One thing I will say,
trades y'all did to get, you know what I'm saying?
Right. One thing I will say about the Eagles and this loss to the Giants is Tyrod Taylor's always been an X factor. Always been. It didn't matter if he was on Buffalo, the Ravens. It didn't matter where he was. He would make something happen with whatever he had available to him.
He brought 2 franchises back from like from the dead
with the
Bills and the Browns. Yep.
Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor's no joke. I will say that, but at the same time, my only concern is the way Baker has been playing and the weapons he has as opposed to Tyrod. That's where the issue comes into play. Like, don't get me wrong, the Giants have Wan'Dale Robinson, Jalen Hyatt, and all them, but it's not like having Mike Evans and them out there.
Right, and our secondary hasn't been playing the best, and they're banged. You know what I mean? And Mike Evans is a dog. You know, you throw it up to him, he's open. That's one of those guys you can say, I'm open. You know, I'm always open, really. You know, but
Chris Godwin,
Chris Godwin's another. I forgot about him. They've got a slew. Cade Otton, their tight end is Cade Otto or something. Their tight end, he's no slouch.
Yeah, they got some spots.
Right.
The running back.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough sledding for Philly.
I would like to just circle back real quick, back to Tyrod being the X factor. So he brought the Bills back to the playoffs for the first time in 20 some odd years.
Remember that?
And now, they lost first round to Jacksonville, but still, he got them there.
Right.
And then he did the same thing with the Browns like 2 years later. Like, that dude is an X factor, that's for sure.
He just had, and we've joked about it in the
old, but
we've joked about it on past episodes. That nigga just has bad luck. Like, I don't know what it is. He has bad luck because he's crazy underrated, in my opinion.
I agree.
Like any other like start over lifetime, he's a top QB in the league. But for some reason, the off and on from injuries and situations, sometimes out of his control, he's nothing but a backup's backup. Rookie's backup. You feel me? Tommy DeVito's a rookie.
Journeyman. He's a journeyman just telling people how to survive in the league is what he's doing.
Man, I don't listen. And it's so unfortunate, right? Because he's at the point of his career where it's like, we can't pick him up to expect that he takes us there. But we know he has it in him. But
right.
It would be dumb
with the Browns
to
in
do
2020
it.
And the Bills in 2017.
Man, he's no joke. He's no joke. He came out right after Mike Vick, and everybody was like, "Is he the next Vick?" And then look at his career.
Poor Tyrod, man.
Out of West Virginia, same spot.
Series of unfortunate events in his career.
Lemony Snicket's head ass nigga.
He's 35, so he's got another couple of years where he can be the backup's backup.
I mean, listen, but you got something there to the point that it's like, damn, can we play him? But I don't even know if he would, if you gave him a shot, like if you Geno Smithed him and like brought him into his first starting, not his first starting, but his first you're running this team situation. Does he have enough to get you through 2 seasons without injury?
I think he does.
Yeah.
I mean, it may be a situation where injury kept him fresh, where because he has so many injuries, he's like, nah, these legs still work, baby. Like,
he didn't lose anything early in his career.
Right. It could be. Because he's amazing. I love watching Tyrod. I love watching Tyrod, but ask me, would we take him in Oakland or Vegas?
You would gladly take
for
him
a year or two.
I mean, yeah, I would take him.
A quarterback, he's training up.
Right, that's what I would take him, but not as the guy expected to run everything.
With Devontae Adams and Renfro and Myers. And,
no, that would be
tight end,
that would be very exciting to see. Don't get me wrong, but my question, the reason why I'm hesitant on that is, how long does he last?
It's 2 or 3 years that he's got left in his body.
I mean, Odell's been lasting. You can't say that. Look at Odell.
You're thinking career-wise. I'm thinking game-wise. Like, how many games?
Not a quarterback.
No, he's not a quarterback, but, you know, he's had unfortunate
Tyrod is the
injuries.
next Warren Moon. Second-tier quarterback, plays until he's 40.
That could be. That could be an accurate comparison. That very well could be. But yeah, that was a rough game for the Eagles. That's all I can say. 24-0 at halftime is tough.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't even see the game per se. I seen the score, but even as a divisional opponent, it shouldn't have been like that. You know what I mean? It's just poor.
Not against the Giants. The only thing that I give credit for is the fact that y'all was playing Tyrod, not Tommy DeVito or Daniel Jones. But what does that say about Daniel Jones?
Man.
You had a rookie come in and show out. Then you had a third string, 35-year-old injury-prone quarterback come in and show out above all. What do we do with you, sir? And didn't they just pay him? I think he just got paid. Yeah, he just got paid last year, I believe.
Last year.
Yeah, that's a tough go of things.
It really is.
That's a tough go of things. But we'll move on. The last two.
We could talk about the Broncos and the Raiders.
Yeah, even though it doesn't really fucking matter too much.
The Broncos. Everybody thought that they were going to be the same story as the Bills, there, didn't they? When they started off 5-5 and rattled 5 wins off in a row.
They took Russ out. They took Russ out.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
They played Russ.
Well, I don't know if they played him.
They did. They tried to bench him and make him take less money.
Well, the reason why they benched him is because he refused to take the less money and
right.
And it wasn't so much as taking less money as it was your injury guarantees and shit. Like, we need to adjust your contract
for less guaranteed.
For what?
Right. Because you're not really doing shit.
And I don't disagree with
they paid him too much to begin with.
There's a certain level of contract that should be guaranteed in a sport like football, where
right.
there are injuries and those kind of things.
Agreed.
But I think you can equalize that with performance bonuses.
Yeah.
You hit X yards, you hit X number of touchdowns, you hit X number of wins, like.
But that nigga damn near had his entire contract guaranteed.
Right. Well, and that's dumb negotiating.
Exactly. Right. So as Russ,
I want to have Sean Payton come in, and me and him don't get along.
And we told y'all, right?
Contract, like.
But here's the thing, though.
Y'all try to take my parking spots too.
Right. If I'm Russ, though, I would feel the same way. Like, nah, I'm not giving nothing up. But that's the thing about it, bruh. You weren't Russ. You weren't the Russ that they expected to receive. So if you choose to say no, of course they can let you go. There's hella other quarterbacks better than you.
At the same time, why not make Sean Payton reconstruct his contract there? He's not the coach that they were expecting.
So the reason why that is because the coach is going to last longer than the quarterback.
Not always. Not always.
Well, not always. Depending on,
Raiders.
But as Sean Payton, who would be considered to be one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league over the past decade.
Wait, what?
Sean Payton, as Sean Payton, who would be considered to be one of the top 5 head coaches in the past decade.
Oh, okay.
It would make more sense for me to stick with you down the line, being a young head coach, than for me to stick with an injury-prone Russ who hadn't been the same since Seattle.
But Sean Payton's not young.
Right. He's young.
Payton's not young.
He's young in comparison to head coaches nowadays. When you look at Pete Carroll's and all them.
What you mean? Hell, those are far few in between now, bro. The young coaches are the Sean McVays in them now.
It's not hard to be an old coach. It's hard to be an old quarterback. There's only been one.
Yeah, but there's not that many old coaches in the league.
But listen, the only one old quarterback that we've ever had is the best that's ever done it. So why would
Russ isn't old?
But you're missing my point. It's easier to gamble on the guy who doesn't have to take the field. A coach, the only thing that can happen to a coach that can ruin like them from being able to coach is you don't move generationally with the changes that take place in football, which what we've been talking about with Belichick a bit, or dementia. Other than that, you can coach until you choose not to coach anymore. You can't do that as a quarterback.
You can't if the team allows. I understand what you're saying, but that's not always true though. Because if a team says you got to go, you got to go.
Right, but I'm saying as a top 5 quarterback or a top 5 head coach, why all of a sudden would I assume that you lost your drive or your go based off of this one season that you had?
Well, and why
I would trust you.
Who says he's a top 5 head coach as well? I guess I'm lost on that too.
Well, I'm saying given the past 10 years of history, he would be a top 5 coach. I'm not saying currently in the current season that we're in. I'm just saying if Russ isn't on the same comparison quarterback wise. Russ hasn't been a top 5 quarterback since the Super Bowl where Pete Carroll fucked him over. So
you're saying Russ is more expendable than Sean Payton at the end of the day?
That's what I'm saying. As management of Broncos, I would say I would gamble on keeping Peyton over keeping Russ.
Yeah, I just think Peyton doesn't have it anymore.
Well, I was the one that said that I don't think that Peyton was going to do anything coming to the Broncos. But as far as the safe bet, keeping my job.
So Peyton is like the 7th oldest coach in the NFL right now.
Right. He's 60.
He's 59, but yes.
Okay.
Well, no, you're right. He might be 60 because his birthday is the December 29th. So this may be out of date by a couple of days. Let's see. Although I would not say it skews as young as you think it does, Malcolm. I would still say the average age is probably 50, 55. Like there are a handful of younger guys.
Yeah.
But there's only 4 coaches that are under the age.
But you got Mike McDaniel, Sean McDermott,
Nick Sirianni, Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, Nick Sirianni's fairly young.
I mean, there's a gang of them.
Shanahan's young.
McVay, O'Connell, so the Colts, the Vikings, the Rams.
The Vikings, I was about to say. Yeah.
Those guys are the only ones that are under
DeMeco Ryan, Mike Vrabel, he's not old. Mike Vrabel's not old. Hold on, let me see.
And let's keep it a buck.
He got fired. But...
And let's keep it a buck. This is the changing of the guard because this just started to take place in the past couple years.
He's 48. Mike Vrabel's 48.
Yeah, it's about half the league that's under 50, but the other half is over 50, and the oldest 5 or 6 are over 60.
I would argue that this didn't even start taking place the younger head coaches until that season that McVay lost the Super Bowl.
He started the trend. He
won the Super Bowl, and they were like, "Oh, we can get younger quarterbacks that can succeed."
Yeah, he started a trend.
But that just took place. So I'm not saying that
37.
there aren't going to be better candidates. I'm not saying that you got your best bet with Sean Payton. But what I am saying is based off of his track record, it's safer to bet on him than it is an aging quarterback in an NFL where it's all quarterback wide receiver. No, you see all these kids coming up out of college producing early. I'm gonna go with one of them over you.
Right. Well,
and that's what Peyton,
given where we're at right now.
And that's what Peyton said when he went into the office to bench Russ. He said, "Listen, the guy's getting old. He's a diva. He wants too much. Let me pick who I want to do this. If you're gonna have."
They knew his age going into. I guess it's just like dating. You knew all this going into the relationship.
But they had him before they brought in Peyton.
Yeah. But
so me as Peyton
working with Russ,
but Peyton didn't have to keep Russ.
Agreed.
He didn't have to keep Russ.
That's where we're at.
Russ, and I don't remember what Russ's deal is. They should keep Russ next year while they groom whoever their draft pick quarterback
Russ is not about to be
CT, they don't care about contract. Go back and look up the Carson Wentz contract from the Philadelphia Eagles and see what they did with it. That's some of the most money they said that's some of the most money they ever literally ate. They had to eat that money.
I'm hoping the Raiders eat Jimmy's
They got rid of him. Teams, if they really want to get rid of you, CT, they'll do it.
Eat Russ. I don't think you can eat Russ's contract.
Yeah, Russ, they jumped out the window with that.
Bro, you know who owns the Broncos? Walmart and them. If they really wanted to, they can eat Russ's contract. Problem. Yeah.
All right,
John.
All right,
Mike, you out of here?
But I will give you my hit him.
Yeah.
That pedophile looking motherfucker, Mike McDaniel.
What? Damn! What? We need a reason reason. Oh my God.
Q was
Why
here.
do you need a reason? Just look at him.
He said, just look at. He's a married man with a daughter. Oh, and he
Yeah,
went.
there's plenty of married
He
went-
dudes
like
Mike went
fondling
Cat
little
Williams on
boys.
us. He said that pedophile.
He said
Oh,
pedophile
shit.
looking.
Pedophile looking.
Looking
for the
no
record.
allegations. No
Right,
allegations.
pedophile looking.
Look like he is.
Man.
Well, you know what? I don't mean to be funny, but that's what happens when you have mixed kids, but they look more white than black.
All right, fair enough.
He ain't shit. All right, Mike.
All right.
Oh
Peace out,
shit! All right,
Flip
well,
is a fool.
you know what I'm saying though? I'm not saying that pedophile is the category of look I'm giving you, but it's a funny look when you see a mixed person, but they lean a little more on the white side than the black side. They look like something going on there. You know what I'm saying? Like you can see it. Like
Something wasn't mixed right in the lab.
you know that they didn't whip up the batter enough with you.
Oh shit!
They should have smoothed out the lumps before they, poured you in your baking pan.
They pulled you off the
You know, because I'm not trying to hate on my mixed brothers and sisters. A perfect blend is a beautiful thing, but when you lean one way or the other, it's like, ooh, it's something about you. I can see it, and I'm not lying.
A little different.
That's not a lie. That's not a lie.
They say that's no allegedly. That's scientific.
I'm just saying. I wish somebody would be like, and I'm sure there's exceptions to the rule, and I'm not saying that you can't be can't be attractive. I'm just saying people look like it's something about you I can't quite put my finger on.
Yeah, well, we can attest to it. We both know. And you know that I know what we know.
You stupid.
Well,
You're
for real, I
done.
know what you mean, though. I know what you mean.
Yeah, you're beautiful, but I see something that I can't.
Could tell that you're not 100%.
You're not all one way. You're not all the other way.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I know exactly what you mean.
But some mixed kids are very distinct. You're like,
right.
You're mixed. I can tell. But then some, you're like, what are you? Are you Arab? Are you Mexican? Are you? What are you exactly? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't quite tell. And that's when you lean one way or the other. But moving on from genetics, because Lord knows I don't have my degree. Touching back on the Raiders real quick before we wrap up. Aiden O'Connell had a decent game.
MVP.
20 for 31, 244 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 2 sacks, 14 hurries, 110.1 rating. I will say I am pleased with his performance throughout the year.
Right.
The only concern that I have, and I know you can rewind the tape, and I said that there's a possibility he could be, something coming out. And I'm not saying that that's still not true. I'm just starting to get the vibe that his ceiling is that quarterback cruise that we talk about, that boat of the Tannehills, the Cousins, the Fitzpatricks, the people who can make flashy games where it's like, oh, he looked amazing, but at the end of the day, you're just this tier quarterback.
But the thing is, he's so young, so it's so hard to just put a stamp on it because he could go through different head coaches, offensive coordinators,
certain shit can make him look better. Different situations, possibly. And I'm not saying that the Raiders is the best situation to be in.
Right.
I know that factually, being a fan. But,
well,
I don't know, man. I don't know. I still see things that I'm like, I don't know if you can unteach that. Like, he's fidgety. He's nervous. When he's comfortable, he looks fluid. But he threw a ball straight at the ground pass game. That they had to.
It takes a season to get right, though.
All right.
You could be right.
Without a cheerleader.
You could be right. And again, I've said this in the past, but maybe it's my being traumatized because he's wearing Carr's number, and Carr never stopped being fidgety. He's still fidgety to this day.
Hey, Carr just had a good game
He
last the
got him in
past
the
game or two or
playoffs,
so. He
didn't
been lighting shit up.
And he
He got them
can.
boys in the playoffs.
He been lighting shit up.
We'll see.
Mm,
That's all I'll say is we'll see. That nigga
that's
ain't
an
never been.
MVP.
That nigga ain't never been big game in his life.
Don't say that.
Yeah,
You don't
see,
know
he
that
had
in
a
New
good-
Orleans.
That nigga ain't
Well,
never
with some
been
BS
big
teammates.
moment in his life.
But that was then. You got to judge a nigga on now. Niggas
I hear
change.
you.
Michael Thomas ain't out there with him. Like,
I hear you.
he always
Yeah,
gonna
he been
be
doing it
SC
without some people though too.
a lot. Yeah.
Go ahead, add him to
Alvin
your
missed the
parlay
first
if y'all
5.
want to.
I
He
might
gonna
since
throw
you
for
said some
200.
shit. Yeah, he
throwing
gonna throw
over
for
200.
200 though.
And he's throwing
At least bare minimum 175.
Right.
Bare minimum.
with a
You-
couple TDs
y'all-
with a pair.
Y'all are acting like y'all don't know that I haven't tracked his stats for the last 4 years that we've been doing this.
But sometimes he don't throw for 200 though.
No, you're absolutely right. Sometimes he doesn't, but he's good. We know we've talked about it in the past. We know he's good for a 200-yard game with 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. We know he's good for shit like that.
Right.
I'm not concerned about the yards. I'm just saying postseason, big shit on the line. I from my experience with him, don't trust him.
As a Raider, right. As a Raider.
Regardless of what team.
Us this year, and he looked nice. I don't know why.
Yeah, how many players have we seen that do this on one team and go to another team and do something different?
Listen. We talked about how he got booed in Oakland and in Vegas. We've also seen New Orleans fans boo him as well.
Baker was getting
But he getting them
booed a
wins.
few
He got
times,
him
right?
to the playoffs.
I'm just saying.
That come with the territory, Cliff.
Like I said, add him to y'all's parlay if y'all like.
When
Me,
Jameis
myself,
was in, he didn't
personally,
get him
I'll
to the
be keeping
playoffs.
him off.
Y'all
all
see Jameis score
postseason.
that last touchdown? The coach was mad.
Yeah, they was pissed. Arthur Smith, he went on. He said, "Why did?
Arthur
I
was
said, what the
shitty,
fuck?
like-
What the fuck, man?" That's what he said to the Dennis Allen walking
and then
over.
you see Jameis' response.
He was
said-
just trying
he
to get
said that-
Jamal Williams a touchdown.
Yeah, he said the coach told me to take the knee, but he said I went to the huddle and said, "Hey, what y'all want to do?"
He's stupid.
But I mean, that is defiance, though. But I mean,
That's
you know,
terrible.
He's
He
stupid.
gonna not be on the team.
it don't
next year.
make your coach look like you respect. Well, that reminds me, y'all
What
hear
if his
about the
coach would have got stolen?
Right. Right?
That would have been like his fault.
Because Arthur got
He
fired
run-
right after that game.
And you know they don't want
In
to
the
pay
NFL,
nothing.
You don't run the score up on you don't try to run the score up.
Right? It's a sense of
That was he
The
probably
game
did.
was already won.
He probably asked them motherfuckers who's the closest to their bonus. Oh, you need one more? You need one more? Go take that, run that route. I got you. Come on.
It off to him and told him to run it in.
yeah, he was sick.
They was celebrating too, like it was shit.
He was
A
sick.
little-
Cause it's probably like I'll break you off a piece. Crab
Dinner on me tonight.
crab legs
Dinner
on me,
tonight.
baby. Crab legs
Yeah.
on me, baby. Just let me get this TD.
He said, "Damn, I had all year to get it, but I might as well get it right now."
Listen, stop playing.
Why not
So
get
that
it
knee
right
dab.
now? Bust you off a little 100,000.
But we'll move on.
I didn't even think about nothing like that. It had to be something like that for you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Change the whole play. Coach told me
Yep.
to go out and just take the knee.
Right. And we know
You
he's a
going out here
clown.
now-
We know he's a clown.
What did coach think when
Oh,
they
yeah.
came out in the I formation?
I will say
What
Devontae Adams ended the season
Mm-hmm.
103 receptions, 1,144 yards, 8 touchdowns.
Oh, wow. It seemed like 1,000 ain't none to his receiver.
Nah.
That's what I was gonna say. That's not really nothing.
You
Because
see
Deuce is
JJ
almost
got
hitting 2,000.
Jacoby
JJ
matched
got
his
1,000, and
touchdowns.
he missed half the season.
Jacoby ended
Right.
with 71 receptions, 807 yards, 8 touchdowns.
What Amari Cooper
And he had a higher average.
It's like
I'm
they
sure
all
Amari had
1,000.
1,000. I mean, but it seems like that's the benchmark.
That's the easy mark. 2000
I won't say
is
easy,
now.
Mark.
It is. It's a throwing era.
Nah, because Devontae only got 1,066. Devontae Smith. And he was getting
He
targets.
did too. That's the number 2.
He was eating, especially
Like,
against them
come
Giants.
on, that's the number 2 guy.
That was another X factor. Devontae Smith wasn't playing
he
against
gotta
them
throw
Giants.
out.
He'd be tearing the Giants.
But I'm saying though, for him to only get 1,066, it's not as easy as you would think. He's the 2.
In a bad year.
I wouldn't say a bad year, but yeah, bad second half.
Yeah,
but even in the second
stretch.
half, he was still going off. He was still getting yards. Sometimes he was the only one scoring.
Yeah.
Sometimes their defense was the only one scoring.
Man.
But and they field goal kicker, but you know what I'm saying.
Jake Elliott.
1,000 seems like it's easy to get.
The only thing I will say, and we'll move on past them, is the Jets-Patriots game. The Patriots, they gotta improve their offensive line.
Bill Belichick, he's out.
They have to improve
coming back.
Offensive line.
What's he gonna come back to? That's the thing. What's he about to come back to?
Bailey Zappi had 7
flashes.
Bailey Zappi has 7 sacks, 57 hurries. 57 hurries.
He holds the ball too.
He does hold the ball. He does hold the ball. But I mean, motherfuckers is.
But Devontae Parker, I think I heard. Juju didn't play.
Fuck Juju.
It's like it was.
Yeah, but they gotta do something. O-line has to do something.
The whole team got to do something. Fuck the O-line.
Well, no, because
nice. Yeah, it was like 3. It was 3-3 for the longest.
And you got to think their defense is still without 2 of their best players for real.
That's fine.
And Judon and Gonzalez.
Next man up, right?
Huh?
Next man up.
No, you're absolutely correct, but I'm saying
but
right
you can
now
only do so much with rookies, like
no, right. y'all got a defensive minded head coach. He can turn no names into stars.
Their defense wasn't awful. Their defense wasn't awful. My only concern is like CT be saying like he don't like that they don't never get like real weapons in the draft.
Oh, Mike Gesicki and Hunter Henry, what's going on?
And it's bad. Gesicki didn't come in the draft, but
right. But I'm just saying they don't use the shit they got.
But my only concern is like CT said, if you draft right this year, you're not gonna get no additional weapons either. You know what I'm saying? Like if you draft correct, you're gonna pick up offensive line and a little more defense.
Let's go get Harris.
Who?
I think we got the number 3 pick.
Harris? Who's Harris?
I mean,
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Harrison Jr. Yeah.
Shit, you wish he would slip down that far if he went in the draft. That motherfucker ain't going down to no number 3.
And I don't even think he's coming out.
Yeah, I don't know. It still hasn't been said yet.
And I think if he taking this long to decide.
He's weighing his options.
I think he's leaning on coming back.
He's weighing his options. He got a new quarterback transfer.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Go Buckeyes, go!
Don't fucking play. Don't fucking sneak
them
this.
Natty boys. Them Natty boys. Yeah. You know,
it just.
That's why I was thinking. I was driving home. I said, you know what? It does feel good though. I said, one of my teams, Eagles, won in 2018.
It's all right. It just took
Lakers
drone
won the asterisk ring in 2020.
All kinds of
and we know
theft of plays to get there.
That fucking team, yeah, won that natty. So I'm not doing too bad, Cliff. It's all right.
No, that's good.
You win
As you
some, you lose
should.
some.
You gotta take anything they give you.
Well, give you
Been a
lemons.
minute. 1993.
1997. Get it right.
97.
Washington State.
It's not a matter of how you get it. It's did you get it?
Right. Like I said, take what they give you.
They finished our cup. Now.
You said
Nick
what?
Saban gone.
Yeah, Nick Saban retired.
They finished our collecting them in the Big Ten.
I mean,
still got Georgia out there, Florida State and them.
And I'm not trying to take nothing away from Nick Saban. I know he's a great coach.
He wasn't shit in the NFL in Miami.
But what I will say is they did a good job of Alabama of developing like
greatest college coach ever.
A powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? Like the recruiting, all that. Motherfuckers know what I'm going to Bama for.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? You said what?
You're going to the league if you want to Bama.
So that's not
guaranteed, but that's right.
Guaranteed.
No, it's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's not guaranteed.
He said, yeah.
But
90%.
I understand what you're saying. If you're of note, if you're a player of name and you select Bama, then it should be guaranteed that you make it.
Like Julio Jones went there, like, yeah, I'm going to the league. Amari Cooper went there, so I'm going to the league. Judy, who else? We can go down the list. Henry, we can go down the list. Humphreys.
No, there's been a lot. Jacobs.
Too many.
There's been a lot, but those are
we'll be here all night.
Those were also high. Those were high prospects before they committed to Alabama.
But I'm just saying, when you go to Bama, you know you're going to the league. You're getting better.
If you're a high prospect, yes. But there's motherfuckers that go to Bama and don't make it to the league, or make it to the league and they don't do much. That's here nor there, because, we talking about this NFL right now. Fuck your national championship.
So Jalen Hurts went to Bama. You see what he is? Nah.
Yeah, but it took him going to Oklahoma to get to where he needed to get to where he at right now.
He was going to get to where he get.
Hate on a man for how he went on a journey.
Oh, no, I'm not hating on him. He just calling him he just calling him a Bama nigga, and he went to Oklahoma before he came to.
What is his Bama accolades though? Boy.
No, he didn't.
Wait, he went to Oklahoma after Bama.
Right, that's what I mean.
For 1 year.
But you call Justin Fields an Ohio State nigga, and he.
No, I say he isn't. He isn't an official Ohio State. I'm always the guy that says that. Like, yeah, we claim him, of course, because he was Ohio State before he went into
They claiming Joe Burrow still.
But he still got the opportunity to train under 2 different quarterback programs. Which is why I say he's not now Stroud, on the other hand, that's all he knows is Ohio State.
Right.
So he would be a natural Ohio State quarterback. But Hurt, that he's felt like, for me to blossom, you talking about everybody will go to Bama, go to the league, and Hurts felt like I gotta go to Oklahoma to get to where I need to go.
Well, because he got replaced. Yeah, I mean that's because you got replaced though.
Another dude that's in the league killing like
right, but I'm just saying you used the wrong
with another dude. Waddle,
example.
Like
yeah, I don't know what y'all and Breece Hall. I know it's a snowball, snow everywhere, but Breece Hall he was unstoppable. He was unstoppable.
Breece Hall's a dog.
He was unfucking stoppable.
He's gonna be something special.
Yeah, no.
I like Breece. Amari Cooper had that record-breaking 265-yard performance in his win over the Texans a couple weeks ago. He said he was
crazy.
he said he's unguardable.
Who, Amari
he
said
loved
that?
Flacco before that.
Him and Flacco
That's
got
like
a
his-
good connection though.
But
They
that's not
do.
his first 200-yard game, though. That's what's crazy. I think he got a 200-yard game in 3 jerseys.
I mean, he
Did
was
he?
straight. He was straight on the Raiders. He just couldn't catch.
That's what I'm saying. He had one with the Raiders. And he
That
had
no,
one
I
with
mean,
the
to be
Cowboys.
honest, he just couldn't catch. He dropped too
Yeah,
many
he had a lot
balls.
of drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why when he went to Cleveland, remember we had the conversation on air. I said that motherfucker waited to go to fucking Cleveland, all places, before he decided to actually catch a ball.
All right, motherfucker waited. Now you know how to catch. Motherfucker couldn't catch here. Now you all of a sudden you know how to
He
use
was
hands.
easily
He was hard in Dallas.
Yeah, he was.
He's all
he was
right.
hard.
He was
Yeah, he was hard.
he was cool. He was
Uh-huh.
cool. He was cool. He was cool.
He was.
That's cool.
He was. I mean, he was cool. He wasn't He wasn't what CD is or nobody. You know what I mean? But he was cool. You know. All right. Decent, average,
he might have
mediocre.
been CD. Yeah, he was.
And then, did y'all hear about how the Packers had to suspend a couple weeks ago Jair Alexander because he did the coin toss situation?
When he wasn't supposed to?
Yeah, that nigga, that was some dumbass shit. He basically, I think he wasn't
went out
supposed to
as a
even be one of the
captain.
captains. Yeah, he wasn't even supposed to go out there. So you go out there and then you call the coin toss and say, we want to defer. They said, you want to what? We want to defer. And they suspended him, looks like a couple weeks ago, a game for doing that shit. The Packers did. Like, but that's so, like, why would you even, like, but that's, that, like, why would he, I guess I'm just confused on why you even did that. What was the point of you?
Because you go over that all week. Like,
why did you think that out of all times I'm about to just go out there and do the, what, like,
especially
what were you on?
Come to you and come to you and tell you was going out
I'm
there.
about to go fuck the coin toss up.
Well, my question
like,
would be,
what?
Did he go out there as just an extra man, or did he take somebody's spot to go out there?
I don't know which one. Probably as an extra man, I would imagine. Because I imagine all the original captains, like, I'm going, like,
right. You're not.
I don't know what you're on. I'm
right.
going out there regardless. If you going out there, you're just, you know. So I think that's what happened. I think he went up there.
What if he don't even got the C on his jersey?
Well, he couldn't have had the C on the jersey, right?
He just went up.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
This nigga nuts. I didn't know nothing about that.
With the C's on his jersey.
The ref's looking at him. That's the ref's right. The ref's looking at him like.
I seen that video of the reporter reporting outside of the Packers stadium, and he ran out there like, right. Packers back on top.
Packers
and she
back.
was like, well, apparently a fan.
Right. Yeah, she said a fan. Yeah, she ain't even.
Like, damn. She don't even know. She ain't. All right.
Or I wonder if she's being sarcastic. You know what I'm saying?
No, she wasn't. She was dead ass. But that's probably goes to show how many people run up and scream shit over her shoulder that she's not even paying attention to see who actually did it.
That's true. That's true.
You can't really fault her for that, but I thought that was funny.
Yeah, motherfucker's stupid. But yeah, and then like I said, CD set the Cowboys single season record for receptions and receiving yards, and the win they got against the Lions a couple games ago. Yeah, he broke Michael Irvin's shit, man. I'm like, damn, boy, CD the truth. I ain't gonna lie.
He's special.
I ain't gonna lie. He the truth.
Yeah, the year for sure.
He definitely is special, but it just like, and not to be like the old head hater, I just don't like that. When you think about Michael Irvin's yards, there were blood and broken bones that it took to get those.
He got laid the fuck out. I remember the Eagles laid him out.
And now it's like you can't touch him. Like you're making it easy.
And they had Emmitt Smith
to erase these greats' names. You know what I'm saying?
In 16 games, now 17 games.
You know how to throw, Cliff.
It just throws me off at the end of the day. Like not to take nothing away from CD, because again, he's special. But it's like, damn, let the boys play. Like
they wouldn't do that in 16 games, would they, huh?
Not with Dak. You would need Troy to pull off that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it happening in 16
And I'm
with
sure
that.
Michael did it in way less catches and shit. You know what I'm saying? They probably wouldn't target him like that.
Who was their other receiver?
Who? Brandon
Dallas
Cooks?
back then. Back with
back
Michael.
then.
It was that's gonna drive me crazy.
Deion Sanders.
No.
He played a little bit. But
Yeah, he did a little bit, but I feel like it was number 81. What was his name?
I think it was the white guy.
I could be wrong because I did not like Dallas, but
Here we go.
oh well, doesn't matter. I mean,
Mike Tomlin.
What you think they do realistically? The question is, who knocks off the Niners? And I'm not saying that the Niners
In the
can't be
NFC?
knocked off, right?
Shit, man. That's tough.
Nobody.
You know.
So
Well, the Rams have been playing good ball lately too.
Yeah.
They've been coming alive. They're like a sleeper team. I'd say they're like a dark horse right now in the NFC.
did you see that shit that they was saying? And I'm not going to say how I feel either way, even though I do feel like there is a bit of sway going on by the powers that be. But it was a video talking about the NFL's definitely scripted. Look at the matchups that they got going on this week in the wild card. They say
What
you
about
got
it, though?
Tyreek Hill going back to Kansas City to play his old team. You got hold up, what did he say? Let me see.
But that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
He
though.
said,
You know what I mean?
you got Packers and the Cowboys, where you got McCarthy playing the team that he won the Super Bowl with in the past. You got Jared Goff, who's the currently the record holder of the LA Rams, or the best statistically best quarterback of the LA Rams, going against the guy who replaced him because they believed he couldn't win the Super Bowl. You got a CJ Stroud playing against a team that traded Deshaun Watson to the Browns, and he's not even playing. Like he was breaking down every
Storyline, right?
yeah, and he was like, it's not a coincidence that all of these things would be taking place. And like I said, I'm not gonna say how I feel either way, but what I will say is I do believe that the NIL, although I believe that these kids should be making money, but the NIL and gambling ruined college football, or football in general.
Yeah.
We come from a country that's money hungry. You can't assume that they're just gonna let shit play out even. Don't work that way. We want the cash. We see how many people place the over.
Dollar bill, y'all.
Somebody's about to get hurt, and I'm calling.
Right.
So I do believe in some of the, but I mean, I don't know. Do y'all think that happens organically, or do you think that it was manipulated into situations?
I mean, they've been
like
having storylines like this for years, in any sports for like different situations and teams. I think
right, but how many happen with every game of the week? You feel what I'm saying? Like, don't you think that is a sign of greed at that point? Like, maybe 2-3 matchups end up being ironic, but every single one starts to make you think, wait a minute.
Well, who the Rams play?
The Lions.
So, okay, but Matt Stafford and Jared Goff, I think they played each other in the playoffs last year. I want to say, I'm pretty sure. Because that was the talk last year. Oh, they're the two guys switched to different teams playing each other. Let me look it up.
Yeah,
but
I want
to say they played last year.
Yeah, look it up. I don't think it was one for the Eagles Bucks though.
Right, that's what I mean. Like,
I
what's
don't.
there ain't nothing in that one. You
I
know what
don't
I mean? It's just,
remember them speaking on that team
yeah, there's
or those
no,
teams.
there's no storylines in
No
that.
coincidences here.
No
No.
coincidences. No coinky dinky.
Not coaching. No.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no.
no, I
You know what
can't
I
think.
mean?
I couldn't think. I can't think of
That's how the
anything.
dice roll sometime. You know. Remember when Peyton? What didn't Peyton Manning have to go? Well, he had to play the Colts, but I don't know. He didn't have to go through the Colts. But that's what I mean. Like, if you even look back, I mean,
But
shit.
that's no, and I understand what you're getting at, what you're insinuating, but that's different, right? Because those are just matchups that just so happen to happen throughout the course of the season. We're talking about all wild card week where, you know what I'm saying? Where,
But even in the playoffs, though, is what I'm saying. It's happened. That's what I'm saying. Regardless of the regular season, I'm pretty sure if we look back, think about the times when Deion Sanders would play one of his former teams in the playoffs.
right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
again, it's happened, but how many times does it happen for the bulk of the games?
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying? All of them have something.
I just think that's just because of the game moves more now. If that makes sense.
You got to think.
And different.
In order for these teams to be playing these people specifically, it would have had to have been based upon rank. And in order for this to line up like that, it kind of does make me feel like you can lean towards rank manipulation. You know what I'm saying? We want to keep you in this area because we know this game is going to get more views. This is going to be more entertaining. I don't know.
This is neither one of them teams was in the playoffs last year, the Rams or the Lions. I'm tripping.
You're right.
Yeah, because they picked up Baker.
They just now.
The Rams picked up Baker last year.
It must have been the regular season matchup type.
Hurt. Yeah.
It must have been the regular season type deal.
Because I don't think the Lions made the playoffs in a minute.
No, they haven't. That is right. But the Rams made it in the 2021-2022 season, so maybe I'm thinking that year because that's the year. Matt Stafford was there. But anyways, yeah. Fucking hey, Mike Tomlin clinched his 17th straight non-losing season to begin his career.
That's nuts, man.
Yeah, that's a very wild. That's a very wild stat.
NFL
but y'all know Steelers fans though. What they say? They want playoffs. They want playoff wins. They want I'm like that's all they've been telling me. That ain't enough for them.
I get it.
I don't worship Mike Tomlin already, but they winning seasons is crazy.
That's
players get hurt, quarterbacks get hurt. Like he had two of his quarterbacks.
So what do y'all do as the Steelers in drafting the offseason?
Well, you gotta build that offense.
You know they're gonna go defense though.
I would kind of go defense myself too, to be honest. Yeah. I would try to.
I like Porter Jr. at the corner.
I would try to and I would try to pair at least the other safety spot with Minka, with somebody like real tough, or I would go for a corner out of the draft.
For sure.
That would be the 1-2 that I would be, and then any other pick other than that, because I feel like one of those two things can be done in free agency.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily need to get a safety and a corner out of the draft. Although you can, because you know defensive players usually fall pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like you can do one of the two out of the draft, other out of free agency, and then focus on the offense. But the question then becomes, are y'all, like how long do you Are you gonna allow Kenny Pickett to develop his entire career from that starting position? Or do you get somebody that can take over and show him a few, you know what I'm saying, until he's ready to come in? Because he's impactful, but he's very inconsistent as well.
Well, I mean, they fired their last offensive coordinator, which they should have, Matt Canada. So you probably just got an interim, somebody to step up for the rest of this season. So we know how that can go. So I think, to your point, if you try to build in the draft and you try to get at least a decent, really good offensive coordinator that can help work with Kenny Pickett and that team,
right?
Who knows what they can do.
Kenny's not. I'm not saying he's a bust or anything. He's just not ready. He's not ready.
Guidance. He needs a quarterback whisperer. You know what I mean? Somebody that's going to really sit down with him and work with him and help him develop. And you need pieces. George Pickens is cool.
They said Mike Tomlin talking about just stepping away for a little bit.
Hell no. Shit. I mean, his son's in college playing basketball, and his daughter's in college playing volleyball now, or basketball. I know basketball thing. And I know his son's playing football. But I mean,
I don't see anything wrong with that, right? But the thing,
they said he's been doing it for 17 years straight.
But the thing is this though, it's you're in the game, G. You're in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Once you move out the way, somebody else is going to take your place. So when you choose to dust off your motherfucking clipboard and come back to the field, I can't guarantee that we got a spot here for you. We may have a spot there for you.
Crazy.
No,
you think that the Pittsburgh? You think if Tomlin walks away, Pittsburgh replaces their head coach. Tomlin says, "I'm ready to come back in the next year or two." That they're getting rid of their coach and bringing Tomlin back in just like that.
I think they will.
Hell no. Especially if you're doing
and then you gotta think about contracts. Coaches sign contracts too.
They'll make them take a 1 year.
So you just gonna keep giving motherfuckers 1 years until Tomlin says.
No, it's not. It's just a 1 year thing. I think he just said he's taking 1 year off.
I don't think he will. I think that's just a rumor.
I don't think that it makes sense to. Not right now. Especially when we just said you clinch your 17 non-losing season. Why would you want to come back? Why would you want to risk that record being broken? Because that means that the team gets mixed up, right? You feel what I'm saying? New coach comes in.
He's 51,
Young.
You looking up the highlight? Are you looking at the headline?
I mean, let me see.
No, I thought you were.
I can look it up. Let me see.
He's still young.
Yeah, he definitely is.
You know what I'm saying?
2024 NFL coaching rumors. Steelers Mike Tomlin could consider stepping away.
And I'm just saying that I definitely agree with people doing that.
Young. Some coaches started old.
I mean, you got enough money too, so it's not like even if you can't get the head coaching spot coming back, you're not good.
But how many coaching jobs get open a year? It's a lot that's open now too. So
but you may end up in a Sean Payton situation where, like I said, my biggest concern with him going to Denver was you can tarnish your legacy. If this doesn't work out for you, then people start questioning, was it the situation that you were in with Drew Brees in them? Or was it your actual coaching? Now you're proving that you're giving people shit to compare.
Not in 1 year.
No, not in 1 year, but I'm saying right now you're under contract with them for a while.
I think he want to get his own team.
If these seasons don't work out, you get the questions that start happening with Bill with how much of that was Brady and how much of that was you. And it's not hard to do that with Peyton either, with Drew Brees. And the Saints had a good defense as well. Let's not forget that. So it's tough.
It always would be the player over the coach, though.
If Tomlin comes back and he goes to a squad that, isn't up to par, then the next article is Tomlin has his first season where he didn't have a 500 record. And then the next article is how much of Tomlin's coaching career was attributed to Pittsburgh and how much of it was him. And the articles keep on going after that.
They can't just say one like player though.
But they will. We live in a stir up the pot.
A player?
You said what about a player?
I said they can't just adapt one player to Tomlin though.
I'm not talking about a player. I'm talking about going to a completely different team and you don't have the same success on that team as you did in Pittsburgh. Those articles start getting worse and worse every year that you go on.
Well, yeah, some organizations ain't just set up the same, so yeah.
So I don't know if it's, and again, I'm all for people taking a break. I just don't think it's smart at this point for him to.
Yeah, it's risky.
Like you said, Marcus, a lot of open spots in coaching. It's a flood of coaches coming. Just like I talk about, there's always a flood of quarterbacks and receivers. Your spot can get taken just like that.
Right.
Regardless of what your record was prior. The game is changing yearly.
What have you done for me lately?
Right. The game is changing annually based off of the rules that they're implementing.
So what? Can be a
you know what I'm saying? Your playbook may not even be up to date by the time you come back 2 seasons later.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Game adjusts, yeah. Game is ever changing.
2 and 15.
I mean, like he may see something we don't, or this may be his Phil Jackson moment where he like, I'm about to take a year off and do acid and shrooms and rewrite my playbook.
Not the acid and shrooms.
Yeah, that was Phil Jackson shit. It's in his book. He rewrote his entire playbook doing psychedelics.
Damn.
And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it may take maybe you take a year off to really watch the game from a different perspective and rewrite your playbook and come back and do some shit. But it's about time, for this shit to get innovated because we're not too far off from them putting flags on these boys and taking the pads away.
Yeah, they definitely. I could definitely see that.
I don't know if I can watch that.
People will watch, and I'm sure we will as well, but
I wouldn't.
It just hurts knowing what the game came from.
How can you gamble on that?
How can you gamble on a flag?
Yeah, just that'd be so weird. Would it be 7-on-7? Because you can't do 11-on-11 in flag.
Yeah, you could. You could do 11-on-11 and still have it, like offensive line, just no hands to the face, all body.
No sack.
Yeah, sack, it would still be the flag. Pull the flag. They doing the same thing now, grabbing them by the waist and pulling them down.
Some quarterbacks should be able to just throw that thing quick.
You would just have to not increase, but like be hella on intentional grounding.
How many hands to the face would it be?
Oh, you would still get them, but.
Bro, that shit.
Make it rugby. Make it tackle without pads. I don't see the issue with that.
If they do, I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? Throw them
Lose a
like,
lot of viewers.
or it may be more lit. Niggas ain't going helmet to helmet, head to head if you ain't got pads on. It's not happening.
True.
Motherfuckers is definitely going to think about how they go about hitting somebody when there's no pads involved. You
Unless
don't,
you're playing rugby.
Sure.
but that's what I'm saying. You don't hear about all those same injuries in rugby.
Right.
And I
right.
guarantee the ones that do take place are probably in the scrum more than it is in open field tackling.
Right.
So just take the pads away from these boys.
Dudes be out there.
I think it might be more lit.
You think?
Helmet to the shoulder.
I think it might be more lit. Well, do you know, now it's not helmet to the shoulder. It ain't even head to the... Motherfuckers is leading with shoulder when you don't have... You remember playing backyard football with no pads on. Motherfuckers just wasn't running in head to head. You give me a helmet, I'm running into a brick wall with my head down. I'm leading with my head. I bit my spinal cord twice. Playing football, I bit my spinal cord twice.
Hell no.
Leading with my head. And then my grandfather, I was young too. My grandfather showed me how to tuck my helmet into my shoulder pads as I was giving a hit. Oh, it was over. It was over from there.
Man.
There wasn't a fear in there. I didn't care how big a motherfucker was. I'm tucking my helmet in and I'm getting a scar.
Right.
Y'all was too young for that.
Y'all
was too young for that, huh? Taking your helmet off and counting the scars you had at the end of the game.
Man, what?
Yeah, y'all was too young for that. Y'all couldn't even use y'all's helmet.
Man,
Yeah,
fuck out of here.
Fuck
out of here. Boy.
We was counting scars. Like, motherfuckers be like, that didn't count. The team we played didn't have no fucking red on their face mask or helmet. That wasn't from this game.
Oh, yeah, I used to have red and shit on my helmet.
Well, you know, whoever we playing, I'm getting face mask marks on the top of my shit.
You could tell you was in the war.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like that no more.
Well, bring it back.
Don't bring it back. Take the pads. I'm trying to see I'm trying to see a tooth stuck in a nigga's forehead.
A nigga be out the whole year, rest of the year.
Why? Yeah, no, they just have stitches and be back the next game.
I'm just saying the way these niggas do now.
You right. They be like, I'm sitting out till 2025.
Season, put me on the IR, coach, and send that check.
That hit was a little too wild.
So long as y'all sending that bread, I'm good.
You right. You right about that.
You hear me? Shit, let's be honest. These dudes these days different. But what y'all think? What y'all think about the Pro Bowl? The rosters.
Sorry.
The rosters. Well, okay. Oh. So it's two different things, right? Because I was with CT immediately when you said that. I understand why they changed it, and I do think that it is still entertaining, though it may be soft. They do a good job of still making it entertaining.
Engaging.
Right.
The skills challenge is just...
Yeah, the skills challenge. A lot of they did like the little balloon toss and shit last year where they kept moving.
Just throw it through the targets and stuff like that. The quarterback.
Right. Yeah, the quarterback shit's always lit. The little the dodgeball and
oh yeah.
I don't like how they're now doing the catch like the dunk contest. That shit's weak.
The drone catch out the sky, the ball.
Oh yeah, I forgot they added that. You know what I did kind of like though? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of enjoyed watching the driving contest when they was golfing.
Oh yeah,
I did kind of enjoy that. I mean, I thought the same thing everybody else thought. Like, it's the All-Star game. Why you got them golfing? But I did enjoy. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. I might throw that on YouTube tonight and watch some of that.
That's just a sign that the shit is dying. That you putting golf in the shit now.
I'll be watching them too. I honestly did watch on YouTube. They had the 2000 Pro Bowl, and they was out there trying to hit, especially in the third and fourth quarter.
Back in the day, it was a rivalry still. NFC, AFC had a rivalry. It was
to take the home. Wasn't it like the winner is like home field advantage at a Super Bowl? Is that?
Oh, I don't know.
I think that's what it used to be. Something like that.
I don't know. You could be right. You could be right on. I have no idea with that, but it was just in general. Like, you gotta think about it, motherfuckers. As much shit as we talk about the NFC being weak and the AFC you know what I'm saying? As a player, knowing that these motherfuckers is talking like that, oh, the NFC weak this year, this is our shot, even though we know we didn't make a Super Bowl, we can still get a dub on these motherfuckers.
Right.
And it used to be, didn't it used to be after the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
That makes more sense. Because then players can say, my season is over. I made my bread. I feel up for another game. But right now, during the season, you're basically saying to a guy like A.J. Brown, like, do you want to risk an injury? Or do you want to continue trying to fight for your incentives? Because they continue, right? You can still get your incentives in the postseason.
Mm-hmm. I would assume. I mean,
I'm pretty sure.
I think you get incentives for being in the postseason.
Regular season, then it's probably extra.
You might be right. You might be right about that.
Yeah, there's like additional incentives they give you probably.
Yeah, you might be right about that.
Plus, probably under contract, like if you ever or shall hit the postseason and you do blah blah blah
for sure. Because
well, you getting extra just being in the postseason,
right?
You get a check just for making it.
Yeah, no, additional check probably because you get a check regardless.
Well, that's what it is, an additional check. I doubt it's enough, but everybody gets their check.
Shannon Sharp said every year, NFL GMs get $300 million just from like a TV deal.
I'm sure that the money that the big dogs is making is nowhere in comparison. That's why they'll never give people what they really worth. Like motherfuckers wilding out over this Shohei Ohtani contract. Imagine what these motherfuckers is making to be able to give him that. That's one player in your lineup that can't play all 126 games. In no way, shape, or form can he play all 126 games, and you're still willing to pay him that?
I think he can.
There's no way. Well, no pitcher can.
He's not just a pitcher, though.
Well, yeah, okay. I see.
His diet is different.
I see what CT's saying. Yeah, he can play all of those games if he stays healthy.
He's a home run hitter.
Right. He's always going to be at a bat. He's going to be in rotation. So even in the games where he can't legally pitch, he'll be able to swing.
Yo.
So I get it, but he won't. He's not.
He said he won't.
And then you gotta think pitching a game like that and then going to swing, it's the same muscles. So if I just went through 100 and something pitch game, and then the next game you want me to go up at bat fourth in the lineup? Nah.
Sometimes when I just get up to the bat and this pitcher see me, he just throwing balls, so I'm good.
Nah, you right about that. You right about that.
That's an easy one.
You are right about that, but
he just intentional walk me. They ain't even let me swing. I'm good.
You right. That's a good counter right there.
They scared. Yeah, they don't even want to throw it to me.
But I would be more willing to throw it to him knowing he just pitched all the last game.
Money. That's why they paid him that much money, because he can do both.
Yeah, but you can't do both for 126 games. You can't.
120 is all we need.
Isn't it 100? It's 100. Baseball's
I think it's
126, right? Or 125, or
It's something like that. It's 100 something. I know that.
it's 120 something. I thought.
Yeah,
Let me
but
see.
yeah, you right.
You might be right. It might be more than that, but I thought it was 120 something.
They scored crazy in baseball. I was like, this is
But
nuts.
that's what I'm saying. You ain't the guy that gets to chill in the dugout. You know what I'm saying?
162 games.
Oh,
162.
162.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Dang.
knew it was up there. I swear.
And these
Yeah,
whole
he
ass
got-
niggas in basketball complaining about 82. And
But
nigga,
baseball, you chilling out there. You ain't
you
nothing
are.
down like.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
you out
in
there
the
with
dugout.
peanuts, you chilling, gone. Nah.
Right.
Hopefully I get a ball. You over there like, hopefully I get a ball today.
Clowning back there until it's my time to get on the field. That's the spot. That's where, listen, all my guys out there that got the kids, y'all better get them on baseball.
Baseball.
Motherfuckers worry about head trauma. And then fuck the head trauma. Why would you put them in a sport like football that's going to change by the time they get to be able to play it competitively? You know what I'm saying? Like, as a peewee playing from 5 years old, it's not the same game when you get to high school, and high school's not the same game when you get to college, and college is not the same game when you get to the NFL. Why not just have them in the sport where they don't get head trauma and it's the same game their entire life?
Might be right.
You get hit with a baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's up to you. You should have been paying attention. Or your hand.
Ball coming 90, that ball coming 100 miles an hour.
Or your hand should have been cool. But how many times have you seen a pitcher throw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball and the motherfucker connect and he still got his glove up in time to protect his face? Even if he didn't make the catch.
Barely, his heart beat though, like it was.
Yeah, but that's on you. You take the blow to the head. I mean, it's unfortunate regardless, but should have had faster hands. Should have been at least able to deflect it. But yeah. God forbid I have another child, but if I do, it's a baseball player. Or a softball player.
Yeah. Still got time on a softball.
I said, well, you right. You right.
Yeah, there's plenty of time still. This is the time, actually.
You got right.
You know?
Yeah,
right. Yeah, we was talking about the Pro Bowl. We was talking about, I mean, the snubs, they kind of ran through the snubs. As number one, Antoine Winfield Jr., safety from the Buccaneers. L'Jarius Sneed, cornerback from the Chiefs. Brandon Ayuk, wide receiver from the Niners. Josh Allen, Bills quarterback. Quincy Williams, linebacker from the Jets. Amon-Ra St. Brown, wide receiver, Lions. Kevin Dotson, a guard for the Rams. Derek Brown, nose guard for the Panthers. Bradley Chubb, linebacker for the Dolphins.
He's hurt.
Yeah, I don't know why they. Right. And then they said Dustin Hopkins, kicker for the Browns. And then there was other considerable mentions on there.
I ain't gonna lie. This is how you know that I didn't even write down the offensive lineman. I didn't write down any of the offensive linemen, but I mean, for the most part, you know who they are.
Right.
You know who they are, and it's not like they're gonna be blocking in the game anyway. So that's really why I didn't really care to write them down.
My biggest snub, honestly, my biggest snub might be C.J. Stroud. Now that I think about it on that list, now that I'm looking at it, he was left off the top 10 snubs, but C.J. Stroud should have definitely made it.
Yeah, I would have took Stroud over Tua.
Man, don't let them Dolphins fans hear that. I would have though. Look at the year Stroud's been having, CT.
And the only reason why I say that,
offensive rookie of the year.
And the only reason why I said I know Tua's putting up hella yards, but you're also putting up hella yards.
Interceptions.
Right, Tyreek and them. Now that's where I was about to take it to. The interceptions though make me question the whole situation as a whole. Now, CJ on the other hand is doing what he's doing with mostly rookie
Nico
wide
Collins.
Receiving core.
You know where he
Nico
went to school
Collins,
at.
Tank Dell.
Tank Dell's hurt. He's out the rest of the
Well, right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
But even still, even starting out, you were starting with a young receiving core.
Dalton Schultz, yeah, tight end.
You know what that was about it.
Noah Brown.
About it, like and he's Brown, young. He's young. So who's your only veteran receiving is a tight end?
Woods.
Yeah, they do got Robert Woods. They do got Robert Woods.
He a vet. He was talking to I think what's name say he learned about him.
Yeah, he a vet, but he a vet
since Tennessee.
And I might even be disrespecting. I was about to say I might even be disrespecting Randall, but he's a vet like Randall Cobb is on the Jets.
Right. You're just there just to get your check and hope that you might get a catcher.
Right.
Like, yeah.
He can still have one of those games. I feel like when.
Well, so can Randall for real, but it's like it just doesn't happen.
So can Alan Lazard.
Mm-hmm.
It's not happening.
Don't be playing my nigga Allen. He's still young.
Like Allen ain't doing shit.
But he's young though. He's not like no vet yet.
But I should tell you something. You young and
Robert Woods actually got a quarterback that can get him the peel.
Who? Lazard.
Robert Woods.
Well, he does now.
That's what I'm saying now. He did then.
Well, let's keep it a buck though. You had Deshaun sat out. Who played when Deshaun sat out?
Jacoby Brissett, I thought.
Yeah.
And then they traded him to Miami.
The Colts. Was it the Colts? Or was
no, not Miami. It was Denver.
Washington Commanders.
Was it Washington?
Yeah.
Let me see.
He plays somewhere else right now, though. He scored a touchdown.
Oh, that motherfucker bounced like it's basketball.
Bounce.
Oh, listen.
He keeps getting the deal.
I don't know. You might listen.
Who did he score for the other week, man? I was like, who picked him up?
Was it the chart? No, in the Chargers.
He's on the Commanders now. And let me see.
That's supposed to be who he did.
Oh, come on.
You are right. I remember talking to my stepdad about that.
What?
CT and you are right. I was questioning the Commanders, but I was talking to my stepdad about him, and he did just get a touchdown with them recently.
He played for the Browns in 2022, the Dolphins in 2021, and the Colts the year before that. So
Browns, Dolphins, Colts.
He was with us before that.
Wasn't he with the?
Yeah, he's with the Pats in 20. He was the Pats in 2016.
That was Bridgewater with the Broncos.
Hell no.
He got a Super Bowl ring with us.
That nigga was wiping off footballs and shit back then.
He was playing them and got a win. He got a win that year with us, 2-0, I think.
Damn. Oh yeah, everybody get a win for the participation award. But don't mean you put in the work. Hold on, real quick. Put in the work. You know what I mean, CT? You know, some niggas get a ring just for being there. Even the ball boy get a ring, CT. He
showed what he could do with us. That's why he's still getting them deals.
Yeah, he did. But he only played 3 games for y'all, though. That's the thing. I'm looking right now, bro. He only played 3 games. I was like, damn, 3 games?
This big black dude, this big black quarterback.
And he didn't even throw no touchdowns in those 3 games.
He didn't?
No, he had no touchdowns, no interceptions. And he had an 83.9. That is crazy, though.
Oh, what?
Hey.
Jacoby's year with New England, his in 2016. He played 3 games, threw for 400 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, sacked 6 times, had an 83.9 QBR, and he had 1 touchdown. I guess it was rushing, 3 fumbles, and that's when he, the next year and after that, team started to pick
All
him up.
them
I'm like,
agents
how the
got
fuck?
and agent got to get them calls.
He got a good agent.
Right, motherfucker.
No,
You got
don't
a
do
great
that.
agent.
I'm sure a lot of them got good agents, but they
He
ain't
got
getting
a
them type of calls.
listen, because that's not impressive.
The Super Bowl champ.
Man, he ain't shit.
They sold the shit out of him.
Max Crosby hopes Raiders retain interim coach Antonio Pierce. He says, "I'm sick of change. I'm sick of losing."
Right.
Build on that.
We need that. We need somebody like Max talking out like that.
Speaking up, yeah. Leader.
I fuck with Crosby.
Puka Nacua set new record for rookie receiving yards and receptions. That's a bad boy, man.
You're gonna see a whole lot of, and I apologize as far as ethnicity goes. I don't know what you call them specifically, but like the Hawaiian scene, as far as football goes, is coming up crazy. You're gonna start seeing a whole bunch of players with last names you gotta ask how to pronounce coming out of the draft here.
Right.
I'm telling you,
that one.
Those jerseys and stuff in the Hall of Fame, like when you go to Ken and stuff, you can see those, like, because he set the record and stuff this year.
Who?
He said a few of them.
Puka?
Yeah.
Me and Karma and Coach Mike and Andrew we was just at the Hall of Fame last month.
See, that's tough how you can just see all that stuff.
Well, of course that wasn't there, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
It was.
He did some this year. I think that was probably in there week 5. I think he did some. I think they put in there already.
But I will say, Ken, step it the fuck up. Step it the fuck up, G. Because remember I said it last time when we was on the show. I said, I don't know if you was on, I don't know. But I said, I went to the Hall of Fame when I was
a kid.
Yeah, I was probably like 13. Yeah, I was like around the 8th grade. Back when I was like, that's all I did was football. And my grandfather, God rest his soul, took me there. The only thing that they've changed since I was there when I was 12, 13 years old, being 37 now, are the new player like statues that they added, like being added to the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And they put an Xbox in the basement. They put an Xbox in the basement that only plays Madden, and like, like kids can, like, it's just a couple of them. It's like 2 or 3 of them, like sitting at these different spots.
That's dirty. It's COVID.
But that's it. That's all y'all added. Couple of Xboxes, and they wasn't even new Xboxes. They was 360s.
Oh man!
Like the white joints.
Was it at least the latest?
They might have been ones. They might have been ones.
Was it at least the latest Madden?
No, it was. It was. Well, wait. It was 23. No, 24 was out, I believe, when we went there. So was it 23 or 24? That's a good question. I can't confirm nor deny if it was the latest.
Because that's the question.
I can't.
Right.
But it wasn't. I mean, if you've never been there, it's good to see.
Yeah, I've never been.
Yeah, it's definitely
worth going to, because I want to go.
It's good to see for sure, like, but the fact that 25 years time passed and you ain't changed shit, but a gift shop and added an Xbox.
That's the problem.
There was always a gift shop, but I'm saying the new shit in the gift shop.
They don't update the player stuff?
Like what player stuff? they add like the so when motherfuckers get inducted into the Hall of Fame, they do that little sculpture of their head.
Anything.
Yeah, so they add the new ones of those as the years go by. Those were new. Like, well, not those, but some of those, like the room is bigger now. But
Yeah.
other than that, nothing changed.
And it says that maybe they want to preserve the look. Maybe that's by design.
No, I mean
Like-
the building is nice. Like it's a nice building. Like everything is cool about it. Like, and they even got like they got the footballs with the handprints of like all the quarterback, not all the quarterbacks, but like
Just a lot
3
of
or
them.
4 quarterbacks. How big they're the biggest hands in the league, so you can
Damn.
put your hand on it to see how
They
your hands
compare.
yeah, like shit like that, and shoulder pads and helmets you can like in little they got like little movie sections where they show certain shit, but
That's crazy. Out of all states, how Ohio's is the place. Like I guess
Yeah.
because I know we the ones, so I'll press
because
everybody.
because you would think like with like the big like some of the biggest states like
Well,
the New Yorks, the
Like
Texas,
Cali or
California.
something where it's
Yeah.
always sunny.
Well, that also comes from the fact that what was it, the AFL and all that? California didn't get added for 3 years. And even when California was added, their team had to move to Chicago for the duration of the season. You feel what I'm saying? Because nobody's traveling to Cali back in them days, back and forth to do games. No, the games are held in the Chicago, Ohio, Cleveland area. And Cleveland was actually a top dog back in them days. It just goes to show where they are now. It's also ironic that Cleveland was the first ones to have black players.
Were they?
Yeah.
In what sport?
Football.
Oh.
I can't remember their names.
Oh hell.
It was like 1940. Nah, it was like 1946. You know, Jim Brown was in the 80s, 70s, 80s. This was 1946. I can't think of their names.
1946.
You know, that's the spot I'd go to immediately in the Hall of Fame. Where the black folks at? Where the integration of the game?
Where the niggas at?
Yeah, where they start coming in. I don't care nothing about Archibald Taylor's motherfucking comb over. He wasn't doing shit. All you could do was run the ball, bitch. I don't care about just that. No, just I'm just playing.
He said, fuck your stats.
We can get into these picks.
All right.
To round it up.
Let me see.
I was just looking through the defensive Pro Bowl selections to see if there was anything I didn't agree with.
The defense, who was on that one?
Shit, Baltimore had Roquan Smith, and Patrick Queen. Both.
Yeah.
They had the most Pro Bowls, or the Niners
Hamilton.
Yeah.
They got Kyle Hamilton at the strong safety spot too.
Yeah. I remember seeing the video of them walking in. The coach was the owner was hugging them like,
and
you
Justin
got your first one,
Matabuki.
Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
that shit. Wow. But
that might be a bonus. That might be an incentive too.
As far as the games go, we gonna do the same shit. We gonna do our picks, and then potential anytime scores or whatever you think would be smart to add.
Playoff football is real now.
But I didn't. Mark, if you could look up NFL schedule on Google to see which ones are Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, if you could.
I already got it right here.
Okay, good shit.
This weekend.
You said what? What you say, CC?
Not the Chargers. Chiefs.
What about the Chiefs? Chiefs is Saturday.
Chiefs play Saturday. Yeah.
So, okay, where's my pen? I want to write it down on that pick so I know.
Yeah, there's only 2 games on Saturday.
So that's the Chiefs.
Chiefs and Dolphins and Texans and Browns.
Okay. And that is
NFC must be Sunday then.
So Sunday is Packers and Cowboys, Rams, Lions, and then the Eagles, Bucks is Monday. Wait. I forgot the Steelers, Bills. Is the Steelers, Bills Sunday?
That's at 1 o'clock on Sunday.
And then Packers, Cowboys Sunday.
Yep.
And then is Rams, Lions Sunday, or is that Monday with the Bucks?
Sunday night at 8.
Okay. Good shit. All right, I got it. And then Eagles, Bucks Monday. Okay.
So 3 on Sunday?
Yeah. 2 Saturday, 3 Sunday, 1 Monday. So, first game, Browns, Texans. I mean, of course, we can state the obvious. Texans is banged up and Flacco's playing good ball. But I'm still...
I picked Browns by 7 in that game.
Okay.
What was you going to say?
I still can't count the Texans out.
I know. Definitely can't count them out.
I mean, of course, everything in me leans towards Browns for that reason. You got a banged up Texans squad. Browns is riding that high and having Flacco and him, doing what he doing. And Njoku's doing what he does.
I'm
going Browns 3.
I like the Browns too, by 10.
And what was it you said, Malk? You said Browns what?
By 7.
7. I wrote yours in my spot. That's what that was. Let's see.
F Bizzleton.
I said Browns 3 and didn't even write it down. I wrote yours in my spot. Browns 7. Okay. All right. Any times.
Yeah, I got mine right. I'm filling mine out.
I got Njoku.
Yep, no. I like Amari Cooper to get one.
We going 3. We got Jerome Ford, Amari Cooper.
You kind of can go more this time because there's only so many games, which means it can really only be so many touchdowns. You said who?
Singletary.
Yeah, I don't know though, just because the Browns have one of the top defenses in the league, and I don't know if
Singletary ain't been impressing me recently.
Yeah, I would lean more towards Nico Collins, is what I was thinking, or a Dalton Schultz over a Devin Singletary against the Browns defense.
Anytime, okay, so I would say definitely Njoku just because
I like Amari Cooper.
They wouldn't even be there without him.
Or Amari Cooper, Mr. 200.
Yeah, Flacco definitely likes Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He loves Cooper. And
I like Jerome Ford.
I do too. Kareem hasn't really been doing much lately.
But if they get in that end zone, I feel like they will.
Texans run defense hasn't been impressive, but they also... That's tough for me.
You know how the flags get in that end zone on the 1 PI call.
You damn near right about that. Okay. We didn't have. Who do we say on the Texans? You said
I
Nico
mean,
Collins.
it could be, yeah. I like Nico Collins.
Okay.
You could also
I
throw
do like that.
Dalton Schultz as an option. You know, just depends. But Nico Collins, I
Schultz
like.
has been silent though. He ain't scored in a
Stroud
while.
throws at
But it's
least
the
one
playoffs,
touchdown.
though.
Stroud
Yeah, it's
throws
the
at least
playoffs.
one. The question is, who does it go to?
Running
Nico.
back.
Yeah, Nico been lighting shit. He's hype off the Michigan getting a win, so he's going. And it's the playoffs. He's gonna go in
Why
there amped
Damian
up.
Pierce run a kick return back?
Did he?
Or was it a punt? Well, it was one of them.
I think it was a punt.
I said, dude, gone.
Yeah, I think it was a punt.
Yeah, I like this little list.
Oh, you said Dalton Schultz too.
I said it's a potential. I wouldn't, that's just
Right.
like
Oh
a
no, yeah.
spare tire,
For
I
you
think
know,
Elijah Moore is out.
a
Elijah Moore
wild
might be
card
out.
pick, I guess you could say.
for the showerheads out there listening that may be putting in bets, all of these I would not say are all. They should be all on your list.
Yeah, I know.
Not Cleveland's or Texans.
These dudes, you know how they good.
But next game, Dolphins Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs by 3. I think it's gonna be a sloppy game. It's gonna be cold. I think both teams ain't been playing the best.
That's interesting.
Oh, it depends on if Waddle and Mostert play for me.
Mostert's supposed to play. Waddle, I would imagine, will be back.
Dolphins.
They had Jeff Wilson playing last week too. Well, the question then becomes, what kind of game are we playing? Are you running the ball? Is it, you know what I'm saying? Is it going to be a short game based off a clock not stopping? And if that's the case, I can see Miami staying in it.
Especially running the ball, most of the break were deep or
shit, H-head.
Or the other dude, yeah.
Devin H-head. Yeah, it's tough, man.
I just don't know how Tua gonna step up to the plate.
That's what I'm saying. If it's a ball stop, pass, incomplete pass type game,
Tyreek said he's going out
Mahomes
like
got
Jordan too, so I don't know.
Mahomes got it. But if it's a keep the clock running, run the ball game,
it's interesting. I think I'm going. Though I can't bet against.
Yeah, I'm going Chief 10. I'm going Chief 10.
Patty always found a way. He got Rice with him, Watson.
Yeah, dog.
With Kenny, I think Trav come alive. Yeah,
I don't think we have different picks into the last 3 games.
KC by.
Not to email these to myself.
14.
Let's see. Okay.
Their defense been playing solid.
Next game, Steelers. Oh, no, wait.
Chris Jones was a sack away from the $2 million.
Man.
Chris Jones.
He said I missed a lot of cheeseburgers.
Listen. Who we got? Who we got any times in these? I'm definitely going Tyreek Hill.
I'm definitely going Pacheco.
I didn't personally pick Tyreek Hill because he's been productive lately, but like silent when it comes to the end zone.
Hill. He's gonna score.
But I definitely put Raheem Mostert as a guaranteed anytime touchdown scorer for the Dolphins.
Oh, Mostert every time.
How much do you think that they use him though?
No, I think they have to use him a lot because Tua's been throwing a lot of interceptions.
2 weeks.
Listen, but didn't
2 weeks.
HN just had at least 23 last game?
Yeah, but like I said, I mean that's because they
game.
sat Mostert. You know what I'm saying? So he got a lot more touches, and he did do his thing. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he naturally got more touches. But with Mostert back, you know he's going to primarily get more of the touches, guaranteed. He can catch the ball too, so guaranteed he's going to get a touchdown, at least one. But that's just me. I don't know. I mean, I would think Tyreek gets one, but in that element, I don't know.
I mean, the reason why I say Tyreek is because they kind of forced him one last week from like 6 yards out. Like they go and look for him.
Did he get a touchdown last week?
Yeah.
Who?
Tyreek Hill.
Like I said, in those conditions,
that little 5 or 6 yard out, he ran in the end zone.
If it's cold and potentially that windy, I'm about to look up the weather for that game. I don't know how well Tua does in those conditions.
It's in Miami, I think.
No, it's in Kansas City. That's what they've been talking about.
It is in KC. Yeah, you're right. I'm tweaking.
Let me see.
It is in KC. It's supposed to be windy.
So Saturday is a high of 10, low of -5. Sunday is a high of 1, low of -11 in Kansas City.
Oh yeah, it's tough.
So that's why I said like that shit matters. Like,
so who? Okay, we got Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah, I definitely got him down as an anytime because Travis. Same thing with Travis Kelce. I can't count on you.
Do we got Pierce?
I like Rice.
I like Rashid Rice. I got Rashid Rice down as well. I like Pacheco. I like Rashid Rice. Yeah, I like those guys.
You never know. Noah Gray, they always sneaky too.
Right, they sneak in Justin Watson, but those are like the wild card of the wild card picks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, McKinnon always in the mix. I don't know
how. Yeah, maybe.
All right, Steelers, Bills.
I got the Bills, and I had them by. Bills by 14.
I got him by that Twanky. I got that Twanky
Upset alert.
You going Steelers?
Mason Rudolph and them boys with no TJ Watt.
So black and yellow. Yeah, we're going Steelers by 7.
What makes you so confident in that pick?
I just think Harris is rolling right now. I seen he's been putting up 100-yard rushes, and then Warren right behind him, he's rushing for them things too. So I think Rudolph has been looking good as a third string. I don't know how,
they gonna stop James Cook and Stephon Diggs and Kincaid and Knox and them.
I just feel like they can always put a game plan together.
With no TJ Watt?
Missed the interceptions on the field.
Yeah, it is true. I definitely don't doubt he don't throw a pick. I do think he throws at least one pick. I will say that.
And I know Watt's not replaceable. He kind of is replaceable, so I feel like they're going to find
that might be a bonus pick for y'all's parlay if they have it out there. Anybody listening or watching, if it gives you the option for an interception by Josh Allen, go ahead and select yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And Tua too. If they got one for Tua, do the same.
I think Fitzpatrick is back this game, so I think you lose Watt, but you get Fitzpatrick back. So, hey, I think it's gonna be a dog fight.
Rough sledding.
Pickens, and then you got Johnson.
Yeah, I mean it's tough, but I'm going Bills on that. Okay. Packers, Cowboys.
I got the Cowgirls by 10, but I could see an upset by the Packers. I've been feeling it lately. But I'm gonna say Cowboys by 10, playing at home. So Jordan Love's new to the playoffs. So
I like the Packers by 10.
I was going Packers 3.
Because I think Aaron Jones is looking healthy too. Aaron Jones is back. You know what I'm saying? I think Alexander can put some clamps, not clamps, but some clamps on CD Lamb.
Shit.
Hey, Alexander's gonna be that guy.
Every other cornerback said the same thing this season. Shit. And they got Brandon Cooks.
This the playoffs.
Tony Pollard.
This a
Dowdle.
different season.
Yeah, you're right. It's a different season, and CeeDee Lamb is already showing you that.
Jordan Love looked like Aaron Rodgers.
Jordan Love ain't seen Micah Parsons in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think they can blow one.
Okay, well.
Rams Lions.
I got Lions by 7. Although that's another game where I could see the Rams.
I got the Rams. I like Aaron Donald.
I'm going Lions 6.
You ain't do no anytime touchdown scores for the Packers-Cowboys game.
I know.
CeeDee Lamb, Aaron Jones, and probably Tony Pollard.
CeeDee Lamb, Aaron Jones, Tony Pollard.
The born arrow, Brandon Cooks scores all the time.
Yeah, but to me, that's more of a, like I said, like a optional, like a, you're looking for a potential desperate additional little, but I don't know if that's a guaranteed.
CeeDee Lamb would do the dirty work, and then you get down there and throw it as Brandon Cooks. Yeah.
Shit.
Jake Ferguson.
Yeah. I like him, but he ain't really been doing much lately, touchdown wise. That's fucked up about Sam Laporta.
Hurt, yeah, I know.
Man, he's definitely a guaranteed touchdown guy.
That knee ain't no joke. Them dudes gonna be going after that.
Who you had CT on the Rams Lions?
Rams, about 10. I feel Cooper Kupp doing some of that Cooper Kupp magic in the playoffs.
Shit, Puka. That's the new.
And then he got him with him now. Oh man, that's Cooper 2.0.
Yeah. All right. Well, run this last one down, and y'all give y'all's picks for the anytimes. Eagles Bucks.
I got Bucks by 14.
Damn.
Based off of the injuries.
This is the playoffs. You got the Eagles hat on too.
No, they in Tampa.
I had the Bucks by 6. I ain't gonna lie.
I said you got the Eagles hat on, like you just said.
Oh, yeah, but I'm not but niggas don't understand. I can't keep saying it.
The Bucks are not
I'm a realistic player. Since you know me,
the Bucks are not like that.
Do I not try to be a realistic? Like I don't be like, I'm not a delusional fan. I guess I'm just not
That is Baker Mayfield. He showed it last week.
Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield. We're banged up. We don't got again.
See, you got the Eagles.
Yeah. Eagles 17.
Eagles 17.
And I don't even know if Jalen. I'm sure he's gonna try to play, but
playing with us, they was bored. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you playing for 5 or 6 weeks straight. That's you playing too long for me. You tell your kid you playing too much.
We're gonna run and score up early, and then we just gonna relax, take our foot off.
Run y'all's anytimes.
Shit. I got my little
I'm
list
gonna definitely
here.
go Mike or White.
I got Mike Evans. DeAndre Swift, I think he'll get one.
They need to run him. That's the thing. He need 100 yards.
I got Jamar Gibbs, Amon St. Brown. Yeah, Chris Godwin, that's a good one. Kyron Williams, he been going off for the Rams.
Oh yeah, Kyle.
Shit, I don't know. Did we say who?
What's his name for the Rams?
Higbee. That's Higbee. But he ain't really been getting touched. I looked up his shit too. He ain't really been getting touchdowns like that. He could. He's you know what I mean? But
I think a couple weeks ago he had 2 in the game. I was like, when did he ever get 2? I was mad.
You hear me? That's what I'm saying.
You see what my fantasy team started doing late? I was so.
Y'all started trying to come back.
I had 180 on there. I said, man, I was just looking to see some stats, but I was like, why my team try to kill? Because Najee Harris had 30. Flacco had some points. I had Warren in. I had Deontay Johnson was scoring. I was like, man, my team trying to kill.
Once
Waited
I
till the
found out I
last
wasn't
minute.
making the playoffs, I kind of just fell off. I ain't gonna lie on the
Yeah,
fantasy
the
That
football.
fantasy.
Yeah, once I found out, I was like, I don't care about the consolation game. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know. I didn't care about none of that either. I just want to see some stats. That's why I was like, I just want to see some. I was like, I ain't trying to search. I know my team, Deontay Johnson, on. I want to see what he got. Because I was like, Harris is killing lately. I want to see. He been having 100-yard rushes and stuff, touchdowns, 28
yeah, he been
carries,
doing all right.
27 carries.
I
I
could
said,
see him getting
wait.
a touchdown. I would say that's a good backup potential for any time touchdown scores Najee Harris to maybe get one in that game. But
Oh, for sure in the goal line, yeah.
mm-hmm.
Kyle Rudolph, he don't want to throw no pick. I think they're gonna win it though. I think they're gonna
So
sneak one.
you said, Cliff, you said Bucks by how much?
6.
I just don't think the Bucks are all that.
No, they're a nice squad, and they've been playing better than Philly. They're playing at home. Philly's banged up. They're already not playing well. It just doesn't look good. I mean, I would hope for Philly to. That's the thing you gotta understand, CT. I want my team to win. I hope my team wins. Don't get me wrong. But I also have to be realistic based off what I've seen and how I feel about my team. And I don't feel like this is the team that's going to go in and beat the Bucks with what they have. Like you said, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Rasheed White. They got a decent defense. Antoine Winfield Jr. You know what I mean? Like they
I
got some
just
shit
felt
out
that
there.
match up
Who
perfect.
is that won the fantasy?
Remember I was telling you, Foles. I told you
Okay.
offline that
Foles
told you in
got,
Q that Foles said he won both
you
his
got
leagues.
3rd. I got 6. You got 8.
Yeah, I
He
stopped
was in
playing
the
the last
You
couple
championship.
got
weeks, so
14th, CT. Damn.
Well, I started off bad.
yeah. Shit was. I'm ready next year though. I'm back on asses next year.
I'm back.
Listen,
I'm
You
drafting
gotta
next year. That's
be.
why I fucked up. I knew I fucked up in the jump when I didn't draft. Like
yeah, but that's
these
what I'm
are
saying. I even reminded Nick, and Nick, nobody can ever say I don't communicate shit. I even sent out reminders often through text, through different saying, "Hey, everybody, this time, this date, this." But I understand shit. I'm not saying like you specifically. I'm just saying like, but yeah, that
said
do
we
be
on
tough,
different times and shit.
right?
Your time
Well,
changed, mine don't.
Well,
but who we got hitting them?
That's definitely my fault. But my hit him go to Cat, man. He broke the internet. It
Cat
was
Williams.
him and Uncle Shay broke the internet.
Damn, you gotta hit him?
Gotta hit him.
Gotta
He
hit him.
called
Why?
out.
He was snitching?
He went on there and started
Uh,
off 20. He went off and started 2024 like that.
Listen, I gotta protect my K from the old man. It's over. It's everybody. My nigga don't got hit him.
He
He
had him
got
call out everybody like that.
Tizzle says you gotta hit him, cat. Shit.
Nah,
I'm a,
it's a good hit him. It was funny, baby.
that shit was funny as fuck. I'm gonna
It
give my
was,
hit 'em to my Eagles, man. Y'all lost the past 5 games in a row, man. Y'all just not looking like a team that's ready to go in the playoffs and conquer some shit, like a year ago. So hit them, motherfucker, and come out clean, come out ready to go, come out rested. Cause boy, it's winter go home. There ain't no. We'll see you next week. No.
well, I think my hit'ems is gonna have to go to the Atlanta Falcons.
Why?
Cause you got rid of Arthur Smith, and it's like, what the fuck do you expect a new coach to do in that situation?
Oh, why do you think
They
he was
fired him
worth
quick.
staying? Well, why do you think he was worth staying? Maybe
I
they
mean, he
had
wasn't
seen
the best
signs,
coach, but I mean, I'm saying like,
They was a win away from being in the playoffs.
but
If
that's
they would
not
have beat
saying
the
much in
Saints,
that
they would have
division.
got
That's
in the
not
yeah,
saying
playoffs.
much.
that's not saying
Yeah,
much at
that's
all.
not
But
right.
But I mean, don't fire him.
I just don't think that
After the
you're.
season they had and they almost made the playoffs, that's crazy.
I don't think that you're gonna do any better with anybody else anytime soon with the
Why
Atlanta
not?
Falcons.
Look at the
They got
market
a
right now. You
fumbling
got
quarterback.
Harbaugh's coming up. Pete Carroll, yeah, he changed roles. I see what you're saying,
but you're gonna need pieces in order to make it, though.
You're right, but no matter what the pieces are, if you got the right fit, the right crew, if a coach comes in and brings his people, maybe it's a good fit, a good crew, they'll get those pieces. They'll assemble those pieces.
So I guess what I'm getting at is why get rid of him without having it. Like
what you mean? This was his third season in a row, finishing 7-10 with the Falcons.
And we talked about last season, his quarterback left.
That's
it ain't
fine.
It ain't been an easy road, is what I'm saying. And
not at all.
And you haven't done anything to give him pieces to succeed. So it's like what you waiting, you replacing him with somebody else.
You gave him Drake London, Bijan Robinson, and Kyle Pitts. That's a good start. That's a good young starting crew. You know what I'm saying? You can build off of that, is what I'm saying. You can build off of those pieces.
No, definitely. But first of all, who's throwing to them?
Desmond Ridder, your boy, the one that you like.
Yeah, and I still think that he'll be all right. But now, the whole situation of Mariota leaving, him getting thrown into that next season.
That's the name of the game.
You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. But it also seems like it was just bad luck in general.
No. Look at C.J. Stroud. He was thrown in rookie season. Look what kind of year he's having. D'Amico Ryans, former linebacker. He got coaching experience, but let's be real. Look at his resume. It ain't there. You know what I'm saying? So I can't buy that, Cliff. I can't buy that. He was coaching them for 3 years.
He played 3 years.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I understand what you said. I just don't know.
I can't have sympathy is all I'm saying. Like I said, to me, Texans wasn't supposed to be shit. When the
last time Atlanta did look good when Matt Ryan lost the Super Bowl to Brady?
Well, what's that one coach that was there for? They had a decent coach for a while. Who was
Was it Fox? No, it wasn't.
Let's see.
What's his name?
That got to my mind.
I'm about to pull it out. Don't worry, it's right here. Hold up. So they had your boy Dan Quinn, which I never liked, but they had him. Oh, Jim Mora. That's right. Back in the Vic days, Jim L. Mora was a decent coach. They had Wade Phillips.
Right here, take you back.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the last time they had it. That's the last time. So about 20 years ago. Yeah, about 20 years ago, they had a decent coach. But Mike Smith back in 2008 took them to 2 NFC South championships, 4 playoff berths.
Hit the showers, Atlanta Falcons hit them.
No, for sure that. But that's on them. But like you said, that's from the top. That's on y'all.
No, it is. It's from the top. Don't let them trickle down but blame.
Well, Arthur Smith though, still, I mean, he was. What does it say? He was 21 and 30.
Right. He wasn't the best, but the past 3 years, you haven't had much either.
But like I said, like you said, who do the Texans really have? And look what they're doing. What a rookie. What D'Amico Ryan.
Look at Ohio State. Look at the quarterbacks that we produce.
And the championship, they don't win. But go ahead.
As of 2022, look at the quarterback. We coming back. We about to be the quarterback.
We ain't the national champions again.
We ain't with Ryan Day and motherfuckers picking niggas up off other teams.
2015.
Right.
Last 90.
Can't remember.
15.
Couldn't tell you.
I'm trying to think of that. It was against Oregon, but I'm trying to think of the year. It might have been 15 or 16. No, it was 15. Was it 15?
They won 2014 when y'all beat Oregon.
Yeah, I knew it was Oregon.
10 years ago.
14, 15, 9 years ago.
It's 2024. That's 2014. Been a decade, baby.
That's alright.
Oh no!
I motherfucker. The fuck you talking about? Ain't nobody worry about Michigan and y'all's fucking place stealing
it's
ass.
It's not Michigan. You can just call us the national champions.
We just call y'all the cheaters.
Do they take their championship away from y'all?
Shit. Yeah, y'all wish. Y'all niggas ain't Reggie Bush.
Y'all the Houston Astros and the motherfucking NCAA.
Just like Chris Webber.
No.
It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Y'all got it. Now, what I said and what we said offline is that's very unfortunate that you can even put that on them with that group of boys that they got playing.
Man.
What you mean?
They was too good to begin with for y'all to have to have cheating allegations on you. Like, that's wrong for them boys. Them boys was too good to start out.
It didn't make no sense.
That's why none of the reporters really said anything about it, because they didn't need that.
That's why I'm like, I get to you, but just the fact that that is an allegation, me as an Ohio State fan, I'm gonna use that until the day I die.
That's crazy. Harbaugh got on one night at the school he played quarterback at.
Listen, I ain't mad. I didn't get it.
No.
Get it. We didn't deserve it. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Y'all be back one day.
I ain't gonna say who deserved it, but we didn't. So it is what it is.
You'll find your groove.
Be there next year, Colorado Buffs.
Ryan Day hit the showers too. Shit.
Ken Howard, there he comes.
Hope you hit the fucking door.
Heisman quarterback coming to big campus for Buckeyes this upcoming season.
Oh. Who are we missing? CT, who hitting them?
He gave his.
Wait, who he said?
Cat Williams.
Oh, he said Cat Williams. He did say that. All right. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell that nigga to troll. We'll catch y'all next Wednesday. We out. This motherfucker, man. Y'all, this motherfucker. We out. All right.